Hello, hello. How are we going? It is here. The One Piece. It's real. Oh, I fucked around with my audio settings just before the stream started, and I think I reset them back to normal, but it was honestly a terrible idea. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Can we get much higher now? Let's hope not. My doctor said I'm not allowed to get high anymore. Something about it being bad for the brain. Hey George, hey Incognito, hey Jonathan, how you going? Oh, we have some news to talk about today. I know, big shock. The weekly series is happening this week again. Let me just... Yo. Hello. I'm here. I know, news from Penumbral? Impossible. Chibi time, I know, it's weird, right? I have an actual model. I can speak and look at you. Hey, look at you. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, little degenerates in the corner. I got my eye on you. I forgot how big the head was. Everyone always mocks the big head, alright? Nobody appreciates how many brain cells I have, okay? It's all terrible. There's some good news. The guys, yeah, hang on. Hey, how you going? I do that. I think when I was watching, because I watched over a bit of the debut stream just to make sure everything was like working properly, and it kind of looks like the model just randomly does this, and but like I just want you guys to know that's just me. I just do that sometimes because I like the way I like the way the face looks when I like go batshit insane. Like, I don't know. It's just me being a little goofball. Don't worry about it, chat. Let us minimize that. Oh, actually, I should zoom back out. Wait, I have a hotkey. Aha! I'm a genius. I'm just quirky like that. I'm not like the other girls, okay? I'm unique. I'm built different. Should we get into the news? Let us transition to the... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, I forgot. I forgot to change my BGM screen so that it fits the actual page. This is a disaster, chat. It's all coming apart. It's all falling apart. Not really, I just need to move this a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Don't you worry your little sweet heads about it, chat. Your boy Penumbral's got this in the bag. I'm a professional streamer. I stream professionally.
I have created over 1,000 plays.
So in your professional opinion, was last week or this week more dog shit?
Like, the VTubing community as a whole is kind of going through it at the moment. Don't worry too much about it. It'll be fine. Thank you for the super chat, Salty. Let us see. I don't know how this is going to have worked. Could be better. Hang on, let me maximize this and then I can... I need to troubleshoot, chat. Troubleshooting is happening live as we speak. Look at that. I forgot that the BGM window needs to be smaller so that it actually captures the video and not just the... oh shit. It's all falling apart, chat. I thought I had everything set up. I thought I was a good streamer for once, but I'm not. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at this. New model, you like it? Thanks, Red Ghost. How you going? Yeah, well, there was the vshojo Yakuza news. That was pretty cool, I thought. One day, I'll know how to stream professionally. And then you'll rue the day you doubted Penumbral. Then you'll see. I'll be in a big agency with like so many people. I'll be collabing with all the big names, and you will rue the day you doubted my professionalism. Until then, I'm stuck fixing pixels on a window. That's what my life has come down to. Fuck it, that'll do. Who cares? So, sorry, chat. I got distracted. Wait, why can I not see? Oh, there. Whoa, chat just lied like a bitch on my end. It was working in OBS, but it wasn't working on my preview. So I think I missed some messages there. And did I miss anything important? What am I saying? It's you guys. It's never anything important. It's always just the same usual penumbral bullshit. Let me just do this, and I'm turn down that volume a little bit, so it's just my silky, sultry voice. I know that's what y'all come here for. It's for my adorable. We have value, very little, but it's still there. I mean, even air has value. So I have my notepad, as per usual, my little notepad here that I scratch everything down that happened this week. I was a little bit behind this week, I'm not gonna lie. The short came out a bit later than normal because I didn't really go to sleep. So I finished my debut at like 6 AM yesterday, and then I had work that day, and so I've had maybe a couple hours sleep. I did, but it was more the fact that I wanted to sleep. I got like a couple hours nap, but I got it in at like 11 o'clock at night, so I woke up at 1 AM, so I had to kind of make the short in like 3 hours. So it's not my best work, but it does its job. So, oh wait, hang on, I just realized I stretch a lot, but if I stretch the wrong way, I put my hand in front of my camera and then my model just freezes. Hey Blue, there you go. So, we can start off with a little bit of fun, a little bit of wholesome fun things. Also, I should get my timestamps going. I really wish. Do you know what I need? I need like an automatic timestamper, like an Alexa thing, where I'm like, okay, now I'm going to do this, and then it's like, right, timestamp done. Instead of me having to do this like a. What's the point of having robots if they can't do all my menial tasks for me? You have to go for 15 minutes. Don't do anything cute. All right, chat. It's time for the most adorable. What do I do even that's cute? What? How do you cute? I could call you all a bunch of pricks. Is that cute? Is that funny? My little fucktards. That's not okay to say anymore. Where did I think I picked that word up from my dad, so blame him. Blame Dad Numbral for that one. That was not me. No, that came from deep within my subconscious, alright? Don't cancel me. Bro, that was... It's a weird thing to say. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, cancelled. Cancelled. Someone write the twit longer. Someone call false. It's time for me to go. Get that any % speed run from debut to cancellation one day. First story. First little update. We have, okay, let me do it. We have, I'd say, 5 good stories and like, oh yeah, we don't need twit longers. Oh yeah, you just need to pay for it. You just paywalled. And then there's 6 bad stories, so we're kind of outweighed. And the bad stories are a lot worse than the the good stories are good. So isn't that fun? But let's start off with a good story. I have here I don't know why I just choose random people's like milestones to include. And so this week we had, I don't know. I should bring up the window, but I don't know if you guys saw Nene's oh, Lope and Ren are playing Human Fall Flat. That's fun. I'm sure that'll be a very calm, contained, well-established stream with absolutely no tomfoolery or shenanigans whatsoever. Let me just pull this up. So yeah, Nene hit 200k, and she sang until she hit 200k, and I think she was singing for like... She said sing till I hit 200k, and then she hit 200k and like... She hit 200k pretty quickly. And then she just kept singing anyway, because that's the kind of giga chad she is. And yeah, so she hit 200k like 36 minutes in. YouTube, please don't bonk me. It's not me, it's Nene and her model being itself. It's not my fault. Leave me alone. I'm innocent. I'm an innocent little moon boy, alright? I didn't choose this. Nini is pretty based. I personally am like a huge ASMR. I say I'm not a huge ASMR fan. I can't watch ASMR. It makes me feel all like tingly. There's been a few shorts that pop up recently in my feed. One of them actually, I think Rifu had to leave, but one of them was Rifu. And it was a fucking ear licking ASMR, and it popped up, and I was like, "You're supposed to get tingles." Yeah, Rifu, your short popped up on my feed, and I was like, "What the fuck is ear licking ASMR?" And then you did it, and I was like, my entire body just fucking, it like, every muscle in my body, I think, just tensed. I almost flipped my fucking desk over. I don't know. I know you're meant to get the tingles. I know that like some people are like, you lick the mic. It's a 3D mic and you stick your tongue in it. I hope you sanitize that. Although that'd probably make it taste disgusting. I guess as long as you're the one licking it and you don't like have a collab mic, that's a collab. Now that is a degenerate collab. Two ASMR people, one licking both ears. Oh, God. Oh, God. Calling over my gen. Yeah, you can have that one for free. I'm never gonna do it. But yeah, for me, I don't know. It's the sounds. Some people like the tingles. For me, it's kind of like being tickled. I'm like, whoa. I mean, yeah, look, we don't base our morals off of Shadow, all right? Shadow's a different like race of person. Or what's species? That's the word, not race. I keep being like lizard blink. I think it's just. So yeah. Then he hit 200k. The kawaii girls are actually doing pretty well recently. Like they're kind of doing. Letty's popped up in my shorts feed a lot more. Yo, Jesse, thank you for the super chat.
2 girls, 1 mic.
You're late. It's fine. You're an anime girl with internet accent. Is that waifu, or is that Shiru? That could be Shiru. But yeah, Peony has popped up a few times as well. So you know. Some people don't like ASMR, but for someone who does Nini's, yeah, I mean, look, I don't judge AS. I get why people like it. I'm not sitting here like, yeah, it's sure. I'm not sitting here judging, being like, ugh, ASMR, how dare you? No, like, you like what you want, I don't mind. It's just for me personally, it's a bit, I get why people would maybe like it, but for me, the tingles just make me like, it kind of feels like, have you ever been like at school and like a teacher comes and like stands behind you and puts like their hands on your shoulder and you just get that visceral like uncomfortable feeling of, oh God, please move away. Please leave me alone. I do not approve. Stop. Cease. You know that feeling? It's kind of hard to describe. It's like the feeling of knowing someone's behind you or being touched, you know, when you don't really want to be. It's that feeling of like, ugh. It makes your like toes curl and shit. It's like the monster under the bed. I was never scared of the monster under the bed. You're late? Not much. We're just talking about Nini's 200k. I figured we'd start with like a fun little like happy thing until we jump into the shit that happened this week. Nags can't take ASMR. I can't either. It makes my entire body convulse. It's like, I get why people like it. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, ugh, but like still at the same time I'm like, ugh. Anyway, me and my ASMR phobia aside, I guess, could you consider like neck popping in ASMR? I could give that to you, but only like once a day. There you go. There's my neck popping ASMR. And there's my finger popping ASMR. I can pop my toes as well. I can pop my sternum sometimes, but I don't know if I don't know if that's, I can't really do that on command. It just kind of happens. Bone popping ASMR, yeah. Penumbral paralyzes himself from the neck down ASMR. Let's go. 1-time stream. Be there. I'm never redoing it. Yeah, look, I popped my neck the other day and I got like a lightning jolt down both arms. Like both my fingers, like my hands just went bang, like they went like wide, and my entire arm like shook, and it was just like a lightning bolt down my arm, and I was like, I've probably pinched a nerve there. It felt great though, so you know. Swings and roundabout. It's not a good thing. Stop cracking. I can't. My neck gets so stiff. It's fine. My sister's been popping her neck since she was like 12. She's still fine. It is kind of scary though. Should probably stop. I should. Part of me wants to go to a chiropractor. The other part of me thinks like everything I've seen of chiropractors says that they're actually not legit doctors. I don't really know who to believe, but I don't really want them touching my neck. Okay. Popping since you popped out your mom's womb. Actually, I was cut out. There's a little story. I didn't pop out. They had to pull me out like 5 weeks early. So, even as an infant, I couldn't touch a woman. Unfortunate. Thank you for the nice model compliments. I also like it. Understandable, that head is gigantic. Yeah, that's why they had to cut me out. There ain't no way this head is passing through any woman. Mum wanted me out early. Rose, you're earlier than I am. You're 6 weeks pre. I'm 5, which means you're even less wanted than me. I was dead when I was born. You guys know that? I didn't have a heartbeat for like 5 minutes. And then they brought me back. And they thought I might have brain damage, but I hit all my milestones early, so they were like, wow, he's fine. And then I turned out to be a VTuber, so, you know. Not entirely sure how. They might have to go back and reevaluate that decision. Yeah, I hit all my milestones until I hit like 17 and got into VTubers, and from there on it was all downhill. You were 3 months early? That's pretty impressive. Let's see. Should we talk about... Okay. Do we want to talk about the... I peaked at 17. I did peak at... legit, I did peak at 17. I was great in school. I got great grades. I was really, really good in school. And then I kind of fell off a little bit. Actually, I got good university grades. I just didn't care. Anyway, this is not my stream. Well, it is my stream. But it's not a stream about me. It's about streams about VTuber people. Let's talk about the Khyo stuff, because I think the Khyo stuff is probably the biggest story this week. Maybe you're gonna end up doing a study and find out there's a higher rate of premature birth among VTubers. Look, there's a higher rate of everything among VTubers, right? Like, all VTubers are like aggressively bisexual. They're all like got some form of like autism, right, or anxiety. Like there is a strong correlation between being a VTuber and having something wrong with you, which I think does check out. I guess it makes sense. Code out in 4K. I'm just saying, every VTuber you go to, every one of their streams, like something comes out where they like have some wild medical condition or like mental health problem or like shit like that, and it's like, man, guess it takes a special breed. Right, so the Khyo stuff, I don't know, I assume most of you guys saw this. I assume most of you are in the loop. Let me timestamp this really quick, 2240. Which one are you? I have the tism. I have it, I caught it. I had to re-render the fucking, the short because I spelled copyright like right on a notepad. Because I'm a fucking dumbass. But yeah, I mean, look at me. I'm a physics major who talks about anime people on the internet. I am like the poster boy of fucking autism. Alright? I don't think anyone's surprised. I don't just have it. Actually, I think Asperger's got reclassified into autism spectrum disorder, didn't it? I don't know if I have to go and like renew my autism card or something. Like, I don't know if I need to like... Do I need to get like a renewal? Do I need to go get my picture retaken, re-sign it? Is there an expiration date? I don't know. Hey Khyo, yes, you are in my thumbnail. Well, we're talking about you, and do you have? I actually don't know how copyright strikes work. Do you have access to your channel right now, Khyo? It's fine. People call me Penumbra. Numi calls me Penumbra. It's fine. Can I see my ID? Can I have your autism card? Yeah. Do you have access to your channel at the moment, or like can you stream or post a video or anything? Or no. I mean, I know he has access to his comments. I mean, can he actually like post? Because I think your chat. I'm not sure. I've obviously never had to deal with it. But I don't know if you can like live stream or post videos whilst you're under, you know, review, whatever it is. Physics major that end up being a YouTuber where you're supposed to have unreached potential. Hey, I was never reaching that potential. Don't you have high expectations of me? I was never getting there. I peaked in high school. So, just to catch you guys up in the loop, just in case you're unfamiliar. So I'll go back to like the first tweet that I saw, which is back here. I think it's this one. This one. So it's a vtuber rate of passage. So it feels weird quoting Khyo when Khyo's in chat. You just have him read it out, but essentially, Niji struck 10 of his videos. It's a shame we can't see the thumbnails, but it looks like all of the thumbnails were Nijisanji related. At least that's what I got from the later tweets from Khyo. I did try and clarify with them that it was legit, just because there's been cases in the past where, I don't know, copyright strikes from my knowledge are a little bit harder to fake because you have to submit like a manual claim, and the like YouTube has to review it and shit, because it's an actual like strike on a channel, not just a claim of revenue. So I did clarify, but from what I've heard, it does look like it's 100% Nijisanji. They all had Niji talents in the thumbnail, which is what they were striking for. Yeah. So Nux replied. I replied. I mean, this tweet did numbers, you know. It was the hot topic. It's still the hot topic. I think what have you got? I think it got up to 10 days a few days ago. But so they struck 10 of his videos. Oh, sorry, I kissed the mic. Gave it a little smooch, and then they struck another 10, and that pulled him up to 4 copyright strikes, which is channel termination within 7 days. So he submitted counterclaims. I feel weird. I feel we're talking about Khyo like he's not here and he's in chat. It's very strange, but and then he started trending. Yeah, this is not what you want. Although very rarely do you get on the YouTube trend, on the Twitter trending page for like a good reason. It's very rarely like a unless it's like your birthday or something. So the reason Nijisanji is striking my videos is because I'm using their VTuber models in my thumbnails. These avatars are what represents talents as creators, and is no different than people using another YouTuber streamer as a thumbnail when discussing news. And then if they wanted to remove content because of copyright, no other reason why I don't remove the videos where I discuss unfortunate situations, which is true. It does seem to be all the drama videos and not necessarily the like chill, happy ones. And then, so there's, again, I want to cover all the tweets first. I want to kind of make sure everybody's kind of up to date on the situation before we start getting into opinions, because I know opinions are very scary, and I know people tend to have, I don't tend to have good opinions about things. I do have opinions though. I have them. So if we see what happens. So from what I am aware, he submitted a counterclaim on 1. It got rejected. YouTube said that they were he was misusing it, but then I think that ended up being a visual bug, like a visual glitch. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but you know. And then yeah, so one of the claims has been completely rejected, but if I remember correctly, it was a visual bug. The rejection on YouTube's end is because they believe I'm misusing the counterclaim tools and have no reason to file the counterclaim, which is bullshit, obviously. Same reason for content use, just the link is different for whatever YouTuber used in the thumbnail. The links to show bring me to the Twitter post of the model for Niji's official website showcasing the models. If people are defending them, they are. We'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to bring up the Reddit. I'm going to go into the subreddit, boys, and show you, bro, the virtual YouTuber subreddit is wild. I will bring it up. So just updating on the situation. He's retweeting them. Last video rejected by YouTube will also be sent over after another review. And then we'll get into the copyright laws and shit individually. I'm just making sure I get all the facts so that you guys are all up to date. And then, yeah, so Nijisanji guidelines and shit like that. Again, I'm not going to get into like the legal shit until later because then I can give my take on it rather than... I just want to make sure I get... yes, the final video counter notification was sent over to Anycolor. Turned out to be just a visual error in YouTube Studio that's saying it's rejected, so now we wait. So that's basically the story. They had him with like 30, I think, total copy. I think they had him 10, then 10, then 10. So I think 30, but it might be 20, I'm not sure. But he got 4 total copyright strikes. And the first thing I want to say, the first part that I take issue with is that even if you were to say that the copyright claim is legitimate, which is a big if, right? But if you were to say that the copyright claim is legitimate, the entire point of a strike system, right? The entire reason that you have strikes on any sort of punishment system is so that the individual has a chance to change and adapt to their content so that they avoid the same issue in the future, right? If you get struck, if you get like a violation for being, you know, I don't know, spreading misinformation, you get that violation and then you know, okay, I need to be more careful with my information in the future. The thing that about this situation that annoys me the most, and I think I see a lot of people overlooking, is, or I don't see people overlooking, but people willfully overlooking because they maybe aren't a huge fan of Khyo's, is that you shouldn't be able to take a channel from, like, I think it was 1 at the start, it might have been 0 copyright strikes to 4, all for the same reasons, just by striking their videos in different batches, right? You should, I don't know if you want to have like a cooldown or like if it's the same type of content in like a period or what, but this should, at very worst, I think this should have counted as like 1 claim, like one violation, right? Where then Khyo can go, okay, I'll be more careful in the future, or maybe I'll change how I use my thumbnails, or whatever. Even if the copyright claim is legitimate, right? Even if you agree that Nijisanji is well within the rights to claim it, and that the law is on their side, or whatever you want to say, you shouldn't be able to take a channel from, potentially, because even if, I don't know if he had 1 before, but he got 4 now, so even if he was at 0 before all this started, he would be up to 3 and getting terminated within like a 24-hour period, which just... 1, it shouldn't happen, but 2, it's kind of strange. I don't know if there's like I don't know if there's like, you can only claim 10 videos at once, so they have to do it in 10 batches, or if they deliberately did it in 10 video batches to separate the strikes into individual, so that you get some multiple strikes. I don't know how it works, because it's not like you got an individual channel strike for each video, so it seems like if you submit them in a lump, again, I don't know if Khyo's still here, he might be able to shed some light on it. I don't know if you get 1 strike per clump, or if you get like 1 per date, or how it works. But the spacing out is strange to me. Surely if you stumbled across, surely if you're Nijisanji's like online legal team and you stumble across a channel and you're like, oh, I don't like this content, surely you take down all the videos at once. You compile them all, and why would you send them 10 at a time? That's a very, right? It's a very weird way of doing it. Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know what the time is like for him, but he might be sleeping or not. He might have just dropped in to say hi. I don't know. He might still watch the VOD though, so he might still be able to clarify later. So that's the first thing I want to say, is that I think even if the claims are legitimate, even if you agree with the takes, even if you think that Niji is within their rights, I think being able to just nuke a channel from orbit for essentially the same issue just over multiple videos is kind of dog shit, right? And then you get into the issue of, well, is it actually legit? And this is when you get into some interesting legal debates. So I posted a few in response to the original tweets, talking about, so I think I put it here. We got into like a little debate. So I said, oh, no, not that one. Yeah, so I said it's unlikely YouTube will overturn it, since from what I know they use local laws of the claimer to judge whether something is fair use, and I don't think Japan has fair use laws, even for news. Okay, Alpha, you actually hit on what I think is a solid point in this that I will get to later. But we'll get to it when we go to the Reddit page, when we brave that fucking tragedy of a website. So Khyo and I had a little conversation, and I said I found this in the YouTube guidelines, right? Now there's a YouTube copyright transparency report. I opened it up, and it's like legalese bullshit. I couldn't, like, I've read quantum physics textbooks that made more sense to me than that shit, right? Legal fucking jargon is the bane of my existence. I hate it. I can't stand it. It is like, why am I? I just, it's not. It's weird to me. But so we take local rules into consideration when responding to copyright removal requests. You can view YouTube copyright transparency report for more info on how we respond to copyright removal requests, including how often we request additional explanations for copyright holders, right? So there's we do need a legal VTuber, we need a lawyer VTuber, but it's an interesting thing, because if you're not familiar, I would highly recommend watching Tom Scott's video on YouTube's copyright system. It's a good watch. It covers the system pretty well. But basically the sort of crux of that video, right, is that the YouTube copyright system is basically in place so that we have a substitute for actually going to court, right? So that YouTubers don't have to go to court to fight every little copyright dispute, because the costs alone are tremendous and nobody really wants to do that. So yeah, I mean, you can get, there's doctor VTubers, I'm pretty sure. You can get anyone to be a VTuber. So the interesting question about this is there's a few factors. One is the VTuber's right to their model, right? So in a certain sense, the VTuber model is the person, right? As far as like the internet and thumbnails and shit is concerned, right? So putting a VTuber in your thumbnail is kind of similar to putting like Asmongold in your thumbnail. Which, you know, if you were to get striked for that, you probably wouldn't get struck for copyright, because I don't think Asmongold would copyright his own face, right? But then there's a different thing with VTubers, because it's actual artwork. It's like created artwork. And so you have this whole thing of like, well, technically speaking, even though you're using them like you would use a face, it's actually copyrighted material, which is interesting. And then you get into the whole fucking mess, which is the fact that Nijisanji is a Japanese company. And Japanese companies in Japan in general doesn't have fair use laws. From what I read up, I did a little bit of reading. Again, trying to figure out how the law works is a fucking nightmare. It's a pain in the ass. Hey Hoovy, how you going? But I did a little bit of reading, and from what I can tell, in Japan, you don't even really, like, you have to get explicit permission to use basically everything, assuming it's copyright protected, and pretty much everything is protected. So like, but then you get into the issue of, well, USA has fair use laws, Japan doesn't. So the copyright holders in Japan, the offenders in the US, which law do you go by? Now there is precedent. Again, I did a little bit of reading, which I did. I looked it up. There's precedent, which is, I don't know if you knew this. I will see if I can find it. Nintendo tried to sue Blockbuster, basically, because, so if you don't remember, if there's any Zoomers in chat, I'm sure there's a few that don't remember Blockbuster. But Blockbuster used to be a store that rented like movies and games and shit out to people. I remember because it's how I first played Skyrim. Dad and I rented Skyrim from Blockbuster. It's probably the last time I've ever used it. So Nintendo tried to sue Blockbuster for renting out Nintendo games, and I think the court ruled that because Blockbuster was an American company and America does allow rentals, that they were completely within their rights, and that the moment Nintendo tried to like sell shit in America, they were open to their like American law. So there is precedent for copyright. What's that in my eye? There is precedent for like the copyright law being favored on the side of the essentially the person that violated it. However, because of the whole internet era, it's kind of a bit strange. Skyrim is Blockbuster old. Skyrim came out back in 2011. Please define Zoomers. Zoomers are after millennials. I think technically I'm a Zoomer, but I'm like an early Zoomer. Zoomers are, what are they, like 96 to 2015 or something? You know the one thing that this model is teaching me? I blink out of order. I blink my left eye first and then my right. I don't know why. It's weird. But yeah, so Zoomers are younger than Boomers. And younger than Millennials. Although everyone gets them confused. And I just call everyone who is younger than me a Zoomer, even though technically I'm one. Don't tell anyone I said that. And Lopi called me a Boomer, but that's because Lopi is a little gremlin child. So, you do get into the discussion of legal... Because... Hey Realist, how you going? You don't? It's a VTube studio thing? Is it? Oh. I need to ask VTubers how to VTube. I'm still pretty new. I don't know what, like, yeah, because like my left eye just blinks sometimes. It just looks like I'm constantly winking at you, chat. Oh wait, when I close my right eye, both eyes close. When I close my left eye, one eye closes. That's interesting. The three ages, Boomer, Zoomer, and people exactly as old as you are. Yeah, that is true. You're either as old as me, or if you're younger, you're a Zoomer. If you're older, you're a Boomer. That's how it works. I am a chameleon. Honestly, blinking out of order seems like the superior way. I know we're getting off topic, but like I feel like blinking out of order is the superior way to blink. Because then you always have like one eye open, right? Blinking at the same time, you shut both eyes, you can't see shit. But like if you do this, advantageous. So, from what I understand, from what the postings of Khyo, no, where is it? It looks like he might be okay. He submitted the counterclaims. They've been sent forward to Nijisanji. I think Nijisanji now has kind of the burden of proof. So it looks like he might be okay. But it does raise an interesting and kind of scary precedent, which is that they are... Hey, Spore, how you going? They're sort of... they took down videos that they didn't agree with using copyright, which probably really... Technically, they probably do violate copyright, but them using copyright as a reason to take down videos, only the ones that are drama-centric, is kind of concerning. Now, fair use is tricky, in that fair use does cover legal... sorry, not legal, news... It does cover fair use. It covers use in the news, right? So if you're reporting on someone, but people think that... I don't think that actually covers news YouTube channels. I think you have to actually be like an actual news organization. However, it does cover like criticism and critiquing and stuff like that. The issue then obviously becomes if you show a clip of like Mr. playing, I don't know, Fortnite or whatever. I don't know if he's ever done that. But you're talking about Luxium in general. You're probably not technically you're not criticizing the clip, right? You're not criticizing the actual piece of media. You're talking about something different, even though it's tangentially related. Probably wouldn't fall under fair use, right? So there's a big issue, and the big issue is that currently there's a sort of tenuous agreement between clippers, news channels, just VTuber channels in general, and the agencies of, if you use the clips and the content in good faith, you won't face any issues. If you use them in bad faith, you might face some issues, which works for certain things, right? If you remember, there was a while back where I think Niji started cracking down on like certain Clipper channels. hololive did it as well. They started cracking down on Clipper channels that were like misrepresenting their talents, like with thumbnails and titles that made it look like they were awful people, just for that sweet click-through rate. And so for that case, you know, you're not using the content in good faith anymore. You're violating sort of that implicit agreement, so they're going to take you down. Now, there is a discussion to be had, and I will come clean about this. I personally disagree with some of the ways Khyo does his thumbnails and his titles. I will admit that. Now, I think that's an okay thing to say. I think everyone on the internet gets very caught up with, like, you either have to hate someone and their guts and think they're a terrible person and want them off the internet, or you have to love them and be their best friend. I think it's okay to disagree with the way someone does their content without necessarily wanting them, you know, exiled permanently. But, you know, it's just like shit like this, like hololive is crumbling, which they're just I get why he does it. I understand the need for clickbait in order to get that sweet click-through rate. And he was worse in the past. And I don't know if he's still watching. I hope he might watch the VOD. But I don't want this to make this personal. I don't want to have like a fucking false Khyo situation. I'm not trying to like start shit. I'm not trying to like call him an asshole or anything. However, I personally, I'm not a huge fan of this, right? When I make titles for my streams, I try to make sure that they're like as explicitly, you know, factual as possible. Sometimes I can't sum it up and I just put drama, but then even then I try and only do it when shit there's like actual drama. And there is definitely an issue on just general news sides of any platform. You see it with Rev, you see it with Hero Hey, you see it here. You see even a little bit with False, and False and I are, you know, I like False, but like even like there's definitely a meta of you know, making it sound bigger than it is and sort of blowing shit out of proportion and like taking a few tweets and like looking at them. And again, I disagree not only with Khyo on this, and sometimes I disagree with False on this, and sometimes False sometimes takes, you know, entire segments where he just shows tweets with like 2-3 likes and he goes through them all and acts like there's this big scandal, when in reality the vast majority of the viewer base isn't necessarily that occupied with it. Again, creative differences. It's not me trying to like shit on someone or start drama. It's just a personal creative difference. But I understand why maybe Niji might have had a problem with some of these. Well, again, we can't see the ones they had a problem with because they got rid of them. But shit like, you know, like VTuber clip causes trouble. This isn't bad. Like Cover Suspense nor Vesper, just that actually happened. Why is my music gone? Hello? My music. Help? Where's my music? Chat, my music has disappeared. My battery's fine. Where's my music gone? Hello? Why did it switch? Where's my headphones? My headphones have disconnected. Chat, it's a travesty. My music is cut off. We're floating in the void. It's just me and my voice. Oh, I hate it. Hang on, I need to, okay, this is risky. I need to unplug. I have so many USB ports in my computer being used. If I, hang on. If I unplug the wrong one, this entire operation might go up in smoke. I don't know what's been going on with my headphones recently. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my headphones have been kind of cutting in and out. And not working. Headphone lady, speak to me. Speak to me, headphone lady. Ah, she's back. Thank you, I have a lady that lives in my headphones and tells me how the headphones are doing. She's always like, battery high. Headset connected. She's like my little Siri. Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm probably going to have to get new headphones, but it's like, ugh. So much money for headphones. I'll do it probably once I move. But, you know, just in general, I get why people dislike, it's the only woman who will ever speak to you. Hey, you're technically a woman, I think, based purely on technicality. You're not much of one, but you do count. But anyway, yeah, so there's definitely an air here of clickbait, and I can see why Niji might kind of have had a problem with it, right? I get it. However, this brings us to probably what is, to me, one of the most disconcerting things about this whole situation, which is that so many people are willing to write off like abuse of a copyright system if it happens to someone that they don't necessarily like, right? And I'm not a huge fan of that. I think if you think that, you know, using the copyright system like this is bad, you should think it's bad for everyone. You shouldn't like be okay with it just because the person it's happening to is someone you personally disagree with. It happens all the time on the internet. And people on the internet will always, they would like swear up and down by like morals and like, oh no, companies shouldn't do this, companies shouldn't do that. But then when it happens to someone that they personally disagree with or dislike, they're like, ah, well, it's fine, whatever, who cares? You know, people suck is basically what I'm trying to say. But what I found is, so hang on, let me bring up this Reddit page, because I got blasted on Reddit. I still have the dislike button because I'm built different. I'm built correctly. Oh, so yeah, the dislike button was being abused in like a fraction of a case, and even then, it was typically deserved, right? Like typically, if I don't know why we're on YouTube dislikes, but typically, if a YouTube video gets disliked a fuck ton, it deserves it, right? It's rare. It does happen. There are hate raids for sure, but it's rare that like a random video just gets disliked for no reason. At least like en masse, you know. There's always those weird bots that go through and dislike every video. Like, you will struggle, even if it is the most like wholesome video in the world, right? It could be a video of like a puppy frolicking through a field of grass, and for some reason it would still have like at least a few dislikes. But yeah, I still have dislikes. Anyway, so this is a virtual YouTuber thread, and I know using Reddit as like any sort of source is like, what are you doing? And I agree. However, this is interesting, just because for one, I didn't realize how anti VTuber news channels Reddit was, right? I didn't realize how like against news channels in general, like this entire thread was, and it is important to realize that one thing about Reddit, Niji handles negative content with something akin to a sledgehammer. That is true. Look, Japanese companies in general have a weird like sort of connection with internet and like modern copyright law and shit like that. They tend to just come at it with like full force sometimes. It's a bit strange. But basically, Reddits in general are kind of trash, mainly because they are like the definition of a internet bubble. You know how you get internet bubbles where like everyone in it just talks the exact same opinion, and they are very, very like set on their opinions, and they do not change and they do not allow nuance, right? Reddit is like the worst version of that, because the way that the upvote and downvote system works is that if you say something that people agree with, they upvote you. If you say something people disagree with, they downvote you. And so any sort of like dissenting opinion, any sort of difference of opinions is fucking slammed. And what you end up getting is you get a bunch of people sitting around jerking each other off about the one opinion that they're allowed to have, right? So, see, like, this is fine. This is someone clarifying what fair use law is. I absolutely agree this should be upvoted. It's fine, whatever, right? But, and then, like, it's a discussion thread, so it's not all bad. It's just people talking about what happened. But, like, there was some, like, there's a massive amount of just hatred in this fucking thread. And again, it's because you find it in every Reddit, right? You find it in gaming Reddit, you find it in circle jerk subreddits, especially. If you've ever been to a circle jerk subreddit, you'll realize that they are the I know my big head blocks part of chat. Like, you're just gonna have to deal with it. It's fine. Chat's not exactly moving super fast. You'll all get your turn to be above my big fucking head. Don't you worry yourself. So yeah, so this is the tweet linking to Khyo, and then you know, there's a few tweets that are like, there's a few replies that are like, okay, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys, just, and I think it's probably a bit hard for you guys to see. But then there's ones that are like, warm feeling in my heart, zero sympathy, hope this is a continued trend. It's very bizarre. And there was one I saw about like false as well. Like someone was talking shit about false as well, and it was like, bruh, you good? Where is it? Oh god, scrolling through Reddit. Let me hide this really quick just in case I stumble across someone with a terrible opinion. Which is everyone, it's Reddit. Everyone has a terrible opinion on Reddit. Yeah, but they fucking hate false as well on here. And like, it is important to realize that like, this isn't actually a reflection of the VTuber community. This is a very small echo chamber subsection of the VTuber community. It doesn't reflect the average opinion, right? The fact that like this thread alone gets like 100 upvotes, you know, fucking my community is probably bigger than this subreddit, so it's hardly a massive monolith of VTubing, right? Most VTuber fans just go to the subreddit of the VTuber, you know, agency they like. They'll go to the Niji one or the hololive one or whatever. But you know, you got like I will celebrate the day that False also gets his channel taken down and that smug face vanishes. Like, bruh, it ain't that serious. Homie is angry at my man False. Reddit is kind of just 4chan, but with like more social awareness. It's like 4chan is like the special, this like the very violent, angry special education classroom, and then like Reddit is the same, but like a few doors down. It's a little bit better, but basically the same. But I will show you as well. I will show you my Reddit karma. I'm going to cry about it. I'm going to complain. I'm going to complain to my audience. Which we get accused of like fucking brigading. Fucking incoming Reddit post. Penumbral cries about his lost Reddit karma. But I'll just show you, right? So this was my reply, because I stumbled across this because somebody like I saw, I was scrolling, I scroll through this Reddit normally anyway. I don't typically stop by the discussion threads, but this popped up and I saw people talking about it, and so I kind of stopped by and I dropped what I think was a reasonably okay constructive comment where I was like, dang, I didn't realize this subreddit was this heavily against news channels. I like to think that what I do doesn't really qualify as drama tubing, since I don't really clickbait or try and spread misinformation, which is true. I try and make sure I'm always, you know, informed. I try not to, you know, I try not to overhype shit and like say, oh my god, this person is cancelled. I try and like keep it mellow. Vibe I'm getting here is that a lot of people think that news channels as a concept are inherently flawed. I'd be interested in knowing if y'all think there's a way to do news in a respectable manner, or if you think that there shouldn't be any VTuber news channels at all, right? Which, to me, this comment that I made, I don't think it's like a particularly heinous example. It's not like I came in here and be like, y'all are fucking morons, fuck all. I think this is a fairly respectful, constructive conversation opening question, right? I got fucking slammed for it. So, again, for one, just to kind of show, again, it's an echo chamber, right? This isn't, I don't think this is an unreasonable comment. I think this is a pretty constructive, open-ended, like, reasonable thing to make where we can have a discussion and talk about it. But a lot of people on Reddit just disagree, downvote, and move on with their life. So that's it. They come in here to bitch about things, and then they see something that they disagree with, and they downvote it to make themselves feel better, right? Is the nature of it. Fucking internet. Don't say welcome to the internet. I've been here for fucking ages. I hate it here. It's weird. Since being a content creator, I've actually started interacting with the internet more. Like before, I was kind of just a consumer, so I would scroll through Reddit threads, but again, I was in the bubble because I'm only on Reddit threads and Reddit subreddits that I'm personally interested in. So I agreed with all the opinions. It's only since becoming a content creator that I've actually interacted with like the internet in this sort of way and realized, dang, shit is wild. But there was a few like constructive conversations I had in here with a few people. It wasn't all bad. Not everybody in the replies was just dunking on me relentlessly. Let me see if I can find. I don't know why Reddit's layout is fucking atrocious. I need to try and find. Actually, the good thing about getting so heavily downvoted is all I need to do is sort by controversial, and I'll probably be right at the top. Don't I feel special? Let's play this. Internet loves to believe that criticism in any form at times is sinful. Yeah. Well, that's the vibe I got from the subreddit, is that they're very much in the they're very much in the only positive, no negative side of things, where it's what I like to call it about the VTuber community, toxic positivity. You've probably stumbled across it in the community a little bit, right? Where people are so determined that everyone needs to be a very unproblematic, you know, safe space, light-hearted, fun time, where they are completely against any form of like negative interaction at all, right? At all. It doesn't matter if you're trying to talk about an issue like close to you, unless you are being like unfalteringly uncontroversial and positive, you get slammed for it, right? You saw it with the Millie shit that happened a little while ago, a couple weeks back, with the what was it, the Discord thing, and then so like yeah, so you have people like saying shit like this is sorted by controversial, but someone pointed out like Enna interacted with Khyo's channel a while back, right? Like the talent, like Enna herself commented under the channel, and like it was a meme because she tagged Khyo and false, right? And people in the thread were like, Enna donked on them, and it's like, no, it was a joke. Hence why she showed up in the comment section and like was memeing around, right? Let's see, where am I? There I am. Okay. Pippa ranting about anything is awesome, I'm gonna be honest with you. I could listen to Pippa rant about fucking anything. So here's kind of the vibe I got. So my ideal VTuber news channel would be produce something like Asakoyo, but for VTubers in general, which if you don't know is like, if you remember Asakoko, which was Coco's news channel. I need a drink before I keep talking about Reddit. I think it's giving me throat cancer. Wow, here we go. This is my last Pepsi. This is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to drink water after this. Oh god. Oh god, it's fizzing up. I didn't even shake it. Fuck. Why would Reddit do this to me? I wasn't drinking water. No, I only drink juice. And tea, because, you know, I'm British. Anyway. The thing with Asakoyo or Asamiyo is they actually talk to whoever they're reporting about, obviously because they're from the same company, but any third-party news channel isn't going to be able to do that easily, which makes their news inherently flawed, right? Which, the annoying thing about this, right, is that Asakoyo or Asamiyo, I think Koyo is Koyori and Miyo is obviously Miyo, both from hololive. Basically, there's a similar vibe to like Coco's Asakoko from a while back, a little less unhinged, just a tad, where they talk about like hololive news. However, if you've ever, you know, engaged constructively in any form of news on the internet, you'll know that having the only people reporting on a company be people inside that company isn't isn't necessarily the ideal setup, right? And then so this guy makes a very strong point. Again, Reddit hive mind, right? Is it really news if it's just PR though? Fair point. If the only people allowed to report on the news are the people inside the company itself, is that news? That's just like, that's no different from the hololive Twitter account. It's not really news. And then someone said, you cannot cover a topic as fast and wide as VTubers in general while doing it by yourself or with a small team. You just can't, which I disagree. I think you can entirely. You can't, like, is it not actually that hard? I'm in like 4 or 5 Discords. I follow everyone on Twitter. I have a little notepad. I make note of stuff that happens during the week, and I keep on top of it. Yes, if you jumped into VTubing and you were like trying to get your bearings immediately and cover everything, you would struggle because you have no fucking bearing. But I've been doing this for like 6 months at this point. I've done, you know, this weekly for 6 months. I've kept on top of pretty much every massive development that's happened. So when something new happens, it's not like I need to go and research the entire backstory. I already know like 90% of it. And yet, Realist makes a good point. You can report on VTubing. It's tiny. Like compared to the vast wide world of global politics or like streaming in general, it's not super hard to report on VTubing alone because it's a very small, well, it's not a very small niche, but it is a niche. So you can. So it's just, I don't know. Again, we got another one. It's my homie Symbolis. Shout out Symbolis. Man's a real one. If they're reporting news like Asumio and Asakoyo, still be welcomed. It's why people have turned on False, because they started speculating in his reporting. People throw out the word speculation in VTubing like it's a fucking Harry Potter spell, and I know that's going to get me cancelled because I said the big HP word, but like, people say speculation and expect everyone to go, oh, speculation. You speculated. How dare you? But, like, speculation just means, like, looking at the shit that happened and saying, it could be due to this, it could be due to that, it could potentially lead to this. There is bad speculation. If someone is going through, like, a personal struggle and you're sat there going, well, 2 years ago, he broke up with his girlfriend and now he's depressed, so he might do that. Like, that's bad speculation. But the shit that was going on with Wactor, for example, right? That we covered, we actually have a follow-up on that today. But that was speculation. We basically took little bits of evidence from different sources, right? Of like people who had signed up to the agency and kind of gotten the contract and then backed out. We looked at people who are in the agency. We looked at a bunch of different things and said, look, this is probably what's going on behind the scenes. That's speculation, but is like there's nothing inherently wrong with taking a bunch of known facts and then trying to extrapolate
Sorry to
on them.
distract from the super serious news stuff, but Chibinumbral Q.
Thank you, Goodness. You're cute. No, you're cute. No, you, chat. Big Uno reverse card. Like, again, there's bad speculation and there's good speculation. If you speculate about something you have no business knowing, like, and it's none of your fucking business, and you stick your nose in it, that's bad. If it's, like, potentially people getting abused contractually by a Japanese black company, you should speculate. You should be trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. You know, it's not just some magic word you can throw out and be like, don't speculate. I mean, even like official news channels tend to bring on experts occasionally to be like, and what do you think this means, right? So, I don't know, people in the community tend to like think that it's a case-by-case basis, but Symbolis, our homie, says pure PR is good, got it. And he has a point. If the only news style you allow is like constant, unending, positive reporting, and you never allow anyone that says any shit about the company, which companies make mistakes. Nijisanji in particular in the past few months has made a fuck ton. They've fucked over like quite a few of their own creators and seem to be just not handling shit particularly well, which is why you need people covering the news outside of an agency to shine a spotlight on it and go, hey, this kind of fucked. You can't just sit here and be like, and Gura said a cute thing today, and Mio said a cute thing today, and Silver said a cute thing today, and like that's the news, and you just fucking jerk yourself off on stream over and over, just so happy with yourself because you don't talk about any actual issues. You never like, again, it's this it's just this unfailingly positive mentality of like you can't report on any issues at all. That can be negative or positive news, whether it's outfits or cancellations or concerts. Can also be stuff like suspension for being rude to management or making dark humor jokes. Not sure about others, but I want neutrality in my news and conform my own opinions about it. Problem is, the person behind the news is always going to be a person. They're always going to swing it their own way. You can't get true neutrality typically. Yeah, it is weird Nijisanji just fucks up so much and then it's like, you can't hold us accountable, we're a company. And this is dog shit because he said report like Asumio and Asakoyo, but you know for a fact they can't report on certain things. For example, you remember what happened when fucking Coco said the word Taiwan and the entire agency was like, oh shit, you can't do that. Like, you know, there are certain things, and it's been confirmed that they can't report on everything. They can't, there will be restrictions. And so having a news channel that is unerringly positive is just not going to work. I do agree with this. Again, I agreed with some of these takes, right? I didn't disagree with everyone. There was some constructive discussions going on. You'll note, people that reply tend to be constructive because they actually listen to the, question and kind of engage with it rather than just downvoting. I do agree, it is very easy to fall into the drama tuber route because you sort of, again, it doesn't really happen for me because I make shorts, right? Which is kind of a saving grace, right? you turn up your reverb every time. I need to get a Go XLR and just have the Taiwan button, so it ominously crackles throughout my mic. It is very easy to fall into that drama tuber like clickbait thing, because if you're making like a daily video on news and you know that drama gets clicks, you're gonna start like, it's natural to sort of trend towards the more drama-centric speculation style. I get why, but just because it's a slippery slope doesn't mean that you can't have news at all. Again, there's a few things that I mean, I did stand up for False here. False is pretty diligent on his reporting, right? I think he does tend to do his research. I don't know how the fuck he gets so much information, but he tends to do his, you know, his research and shit. He does tend to make a bit of a dramatic thing about it, but I don't think he's a bad news channel. We might have slight creative differences, but it's not, you know, he's not the Antichrist, you know? But anyway, this whole, I don't know, this entire like Reddit experience, I guess, just exposed me to the fact that there is like a small but not insignificant portion of the VTuber fan base that is just completely willing to like shut their eyes, bury their head in the sand, and never think critically about the, you know, the things that they consume. And yet, I'm joking. Help me. I'm dying. I'm dying. Help.
I have created over 1,000 blades.
£5. Thank
XLR
you.
fund.
I'm choking on my coke. Yo, Kraut, thank you for the €5. The XLR fund. I will put that in the XLR fund. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm dying. It's fine. I'm okay. Jesus Christ, that went down the wrong hole. Oh god, it's Nijisanji. They slipped this Pepsi into my mini fridge. It's poisoned. Oh god, I probably shouldn't say that. They'll like fucking send me to jail for like accusing them of something they didn't do. I'll get hit with the slander allegations. Oh, that was strange. It like went down my throat and like back up my nose, and now it's all tingly. I hate it. Over speculation and over commentary is something that does plague 24. Yeah, exactly. There's a limit to how much happens you still have to fill the time. Yeah, and that's why I like the VTubing last week. So there's always enough shit happening in a week that I can cover. I'm never like, there's never been a week where I've like sat there being like, man, there's just nothing to fill the time with. Like I'm always cutting shit out. 9 times out of 10, my short actually ends up being like 1minute 30 seconds, and I have to cut 30 seconds of content out. It's actually really hard. But yeah, it's just unfortunate, I think, that, I don't know, people, again, I saw a lot of people, they were very willing to like just happily let Khyo get shit on, and they were talking about, you know, they were talking about like, oh, how sad, he deserves it, which like isn't the point. The point is that the abuse of the system and like agency being able to shut down a news channel from 0 to 100 in 24 hours is not good. And it's also, you know, it's also like they could have just chucked him an email, you know? Like if you chucked Khyo an email being like, hey, we don't appreciate the way that you're handling this, hey, we'd rather you know, even just, hey, we didn't like you using this clip, or if you're going to talk about our talents, we'd appreciate if you kept, you know, on topic with regards to them, or whatever their fucking issue was, right? If they had done that instead of just striking, you know, instead of just striking him from out of nowhere and slamming him down, it's, I don't know. Where'd I get what from? I get most of my shit just from out of thin air. I kind of just pluck it. Yeah, right. Like, Khyo he's on Twitter. He's a VTuber fan. Literally, just chuck the man a DM. If you want to be professional, chuck him an email. Make it as fucking official sounding as you want. But like going nuclear and then just nuking a like, I don't know. The Nijisanji like management sometimes seems very out of touch. Is the best way I can maybe put it. Right? Is that, like, how did they see this going? Did they see them claiming all of Khyo's videos or the ones relating to Niji, striking him, his channel gets terminated, and just like nothing happens. Like he doesn't tweet about it. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't go anywhere. Like he's a pretty big channel. He's been around for a little while. He has, you know, he has connections within the community. Like, what did you think that you were just gonna do this and then he was just gonna be like, ah, well, guess that's me. Guess I'm fucked, lads. Let me pack up my bags and walk away. No use raising a stink about that. Like he was all, like, even if you succeeded, the amount of shit you'd get for doing it, it outweighs surely any harm that he was doing. I don't know. I just think there's so many ways you could have handled this that were better, and the way that they did it was just, I don't know. Again, it's unfortunate. I think the Niji talents are great. I love the Niji talents, as I've kind of said a lot. I'm a big fan, but I feel like the management behind Nijisanji is just very strange sometimes. They feel a bit, I don't quite know how to say it, maybe a bit out of touch. I mean, when you've got your own sort of talents kind of talking shit behind your back, it's kind of wild. Yo, Falter, thank you for the super chat.
I'm gonna do some of that speculating Reddit is so afraid of. My guess is that one overzealous manager did it on a whim.
That is possible as well. Again, the 10 videos at a time to strike me as maybe someone who like went through and was like, on this video, and this video, and this video, and maybe didn't think it through entirely. Which happens again with companies. Sometimes you get one person who's just out of the loop or out of touch with like the YouTubing environment. But I don't know. It was a shit situation. I do hope Khyo gets his channel back. I do hope it all resolves itself. Because again, while I might disagree with some of the way Khyo does his content, I don't think anyone deserves to have their channel and potentially part of their livelihood just stripped away from them from in 24 hours without any, you know, warning or chance to change. Management had to change in a couple months. I mean, again, we're speculating, and we will probably never know. It's an issue with agencies in general, is that you end up with just, you don't know. You don't have an insight in the you know, the corporation. Careful, don't speculate too hard. The Reddit mob will get you. They'll hunt you down. They're gonna kill me. I need to remember to use my toggles. They're kind of cool. Put up my hoodie as well. Bang. Hey Florian, how you going? Keep the hoodie up? I mean, we can. If you want. It's cute. Alright, we'll keep the hoodie up. It blocks more of chat, I think. Oh no, my hair is big enough for it. Finally, some expressions. Yeah, I mean, again, when I'm on Twitch, I'll probably see if I can hook up the hoodie and the eyes to like a bot that toggles them for me, but YouTube is still in the dark ages.
Nah, that was a warning from Niji.
That
waters.
That concerns me as well. Is that like, now that they've done this, like, are they, like, you know, are they gonna go for false? I think I should be okay because I don't have thumbnails for my videos, and the 60 seconds doesn't just cover Niji, and it's very quick and fast paced. So I think I should be okay. The streams might be, are maybe the only thing that could potentially get me in trouble. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not sure, but I am kind of scared a little bit, just a little bit. I don't think Niji has any reason to beef with me about anything. I think I should be fine. Especially because none of Khyo's live streams got hit, so which leads me to believe they're probably only looking at videos. So I should be okay, I think. Why do I? So I'm looking at myself. I'm like, why do I only blink one eye at a time? It's very strange. I have to figure out why that's happening. Like, I can blink both eyes, but sometimes when I'm just staring, it will like do that. And the agency that cannot be named. I can't tell if you mean small as in like channel size or small as in like I'm literally too small, like I'm a little small boy. Both are infuriating for different reasons. I do kind of look like a piece of onigiri though. It's me, Niji. Oh, someone needs to make the fucking the I am Tom Riddle scene from Chamber of Secrets, but in Niji. Okay. What do I want to cover next? Oh. So we have the silver. We've talked about Hogwarts Legacy for fucking weeks, man. It's been like 2 weeks of this shit. There's a reason I didn't put it in the title or in the thumbnail, and it's just because I'm fucking sick of it. I'm so tired of this fucking game, man. Can it just fuck off and die in obscurity? Please. If it had been a normal game, it would have already been dead news by now. Oh. Bets on who kills my channel. You'll think, Kuda, thank you for the super chat. I think I showed up on... I don't actually know if I've ever showed up on VT. I don't think so. I'm not cute enough, or I'm not unhinged enough either.
Steel is my body, and fire is my blood.
The only
Bets on who kills Penn's channel first? Niji or r/VT?
The only one that can kill my channel is probably me. The only development in this silver situation, there was two developments, I guess, that kind of coincided. We can discuss it a little bit, I guess. I feel kind of weird. I'm not going to bring up the silver clip, obviously. I saw a lot of people reacting to it. I don't like bringing up clips of people crying or being emotional. I think it's a very strange thing to do. To just like me sitting here with my popcorn listening to someone cry, like that's some super villain shit, you know? I don't want to be that guy. Let me timestamp this really quick. But so I'm gonna just label the silver and fruit. We'll cover it all in one section and get it out of the way, because I don't enjoy this discussion. I also don't I'm just fucking sick of it. Pika is still MIA. I noticed that as well. Pika has been gone for a while. Yo,
€2
I need to find out what to call you. I keep calling you Kraut, but I'm pretty sure that's just a slang term for Germans. But thank you for the €2 on each of the rabbit mods. Yeah, look, if anyone's gonna kill my channel, it'll be fucking Pippa or Lopi. But if you didn't see it, Silver basically had a section of stream where she talked about her experience with the Harry Potter game. Because if you don't know, Silver played it. She's a big Harry Potter fan, and she played it. And from what I understand, partway through like playing it, the auto mod in the Twitch chat, from what I understand, from what I've heard, is that the word, so essentially the word trans ended up being banned in her chat. And a lot of people were talking about how, you didn't see model reveals, so saying her model's very cute. Thank you. I am adorable. Am I? I'm just a smug little fucker. So the word trans got banned, and people were, hey Planet Man, people were kind of accusing Silver of banning it like deliberately to like silence trans people or whatever. The general consensus is that it was actually Automod probably associating the word trans with the insane amount of shit getting thrown at her. You can still use it in a sentence, but again, I don't actually have much experience with the with the Twitch Automod, because my Twitch streams are typically small enough I can just fucking mod them myself. If someone says some shit in chat, I just ban them myself. I don't need someone else to do it for me, typically. I'm gonna look until this talk is done. That's valid. This is I fucking hate this discussion, honestly. It's annoying. I feel like I need to cover it comprehensively and respectfully because it is a relatively serious issue, but I also don't want to linger on it because I'm fucking tired of talking about this. But yeah, it could have been a mod. It could have been auto mod. I don't know, but like, anyway. So there was a whole bunch of shit thrown at Silver, basically like calling her a transphobe, and obviously with the internet, it followed her around, right? Everywhere she went on Twitter, there was someone in the replies being like, "You're a TERF." She was just getting fucking shit on. It was confirmed to be a higher level of auto mod. Okay, see that would make sense, and when you get to a certain size, you kind of need an auto mod because there's so many fucking people in chat. Can you imagine trying to moderate like 3,000-4,000 people? I have enough trouble actually. You guys are actually pretty good. That's not an invitation to be a bunch of cunts. Don't turn into a bunch of pricks just because I complimented you. But for the most part, you guys are pretty chill. Outside of a few people, there's a few. See, the stream was just a clip. I only saw the clip. I did see a few clips of it, and I saw a part of the actual Harry Potter stream itself. But So she ended up talking about it and crying about it, and people were getting doxxed. I did hear tales that they doxxed her mum. I don't actually have confirmation on that. Silver herself said I think they doxxed some of her her friends or co-workers, but I don't have confirmation of the mother claim. I could honestly probably like maybe reach out on Twitter, but again it's a weird situation. I don't feel comfortable like like, you know, fucking intercepting myself in there, especially when it's that difficult. So the issue is, and again the issue is that the moment you give people an opportunity to like have the moral high ground whilst being a bunch of pricks, they take it and run with it, right? The moment you give them any sort of moral superiority, they just have that as like a blank check to do whatever the fuck they want and not give a shit about it, right? You see it with everyone. You see it like, I don't know why I'm just turning to like shit on vegans, but like you see it with like toxic vegans as well. Most vegans, 99% of them that I've met, are really cool people. However, there's a few that take like the moral superiority of being vegan and use it as a blank check to just be absolute dog shit human beings to other people, right? And it's the same thing here. The moment you give someone like a moral high ground, they take it and run with it. So you get these people that are doxing, harassing, calling Silver, you know, names, following her around her Twitter, just talking shit about her. And because she played the wizard game, they like see it as justified. So there was that, and it was a very sad situation. The clip is out there; you can probably find it. I think she deleted the VOD, and I think she deleted the Twitch VOD. So I'm not entirely sure how like much she wants it out there. So I'm not going to show it myself, just out of respect for her. But you can probably find it if you really want the context. But it was sad and it was unfortunate. And I don't know. It wasn't the only thing. It's on her VOD channel. Okay, so she's probably fine with it being out there. But the other thing that happened, and it kind of ties into this, and that's why I put it in both sections, is that Froot made a tweet. Froot made a tweet. Let me find her Twitter for you guys. It's still on Twitch? Okay, she's probably fine with the statement being out there. I know she deleted the VOD of the stream of the game, so I'm just being a bit careful. But Froot tweeted out here. So the original tweet was, it costs me $0 every day to be kind and accept people for who they are, so every like this tweet gets, I'm donating $1 to Mermaids, a charity that supports gender diverse children, right? And then, so that got like 55k likes, which is wild. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But, so this, by the way, this is just a wholesome thing. Like, this is just, this is a good thing. I know Twitter doesn't like, you know, admitting when someone does something good. They much prefer to like shit on people relentlessly, but that's a good thing. It's a good intention. And then she said, my twin brother means the world to me because I believe her twin brother is trans, a trans male. More than anyone, it means a lot to me to support and protect people like him any way I can. If there's a better transgender supporting charity to donate to, I can just switch. It's not that deep, right? So, the reason people were shitting on her, and it's kind of hard, you'll notice the quote tweets, right? Because obviously, only people that Froot follows could reply to it. So obviously people Froot followers are all like, good on you. Good shit. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Hooray. Froot is great. I've like yet to have a negative experience. But obviously the quote tweets are different. Now you'll probably find that, yeah, look, it's just a bunch of shit. So apparently, there's a bunch of just stops. Okay, this was going around a lot. There's a bunch. So apparently, the charity, the Mary's charity she was donating to, apparently there's a bunch of shit being thrown at it. Now, I'm just gonna say it. I didn't know that this did. I'm gonna bet 99.9% of the people who quote retweeted this, didn't know that this was a thing. Now, you do have an obligation if you're going to donate money to a charity to maybe look into the charity a little bit. So you could make the claim that, okay, if Froot's going to give $55,000 to a charity, maybe she should look into the charity. But that's literally all the claim you should make. You should maybe say, maybe you should look into it. But again, I didn't know this was happening. And I bet none of y'all knew what the fuck mermaids was. And if you did, I doubt you knew about this controversy, right? So, to me, what this is if this is true, again, I don't fucking know. I don't know if this is true. I don't follow charity drama. I'm not subscribed to Charity Weekly. So, but if this is true, you can make the claim of, okay, I donate only to charities that steal candy from children. Hey, fellas, how you going? I only donate to charities that steal and break the law. But I think the worst thing you can claim, right, is that Froot maybe didn't look up the charity she claimed she was going to donate to initially. And that's it. I think the intent behind the tweet is still good. I think the intent of donating to transgender charities is still, like, only in fucking Twitter land could you take a tweet about donating money to transgender charity to help struggling children. Only in Twitter could they twist that into the most negative thing ever imagined. Pedophile people get referencing was on the board, had little to do with the charity's action, essentially only provided funding, and he was ousted as soon as everyone found out. Yeah, well, that was the thing. People were disagreeing on whether there actually was, like an issue with the charity. And if people are debating that, it's not necessarily surprising to me that someone could donate money to the charity and not realize, oh, maybe they're not the best. Memories has been attacked by TERFs literally for years. It's the main charity in the UK that looks out for trans kids and their families, and it's been the main focus. Exactly. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not informed. I'm not educated on the intricacies of transgender charities in the UK. I don't live in the UK yet. Live scrolling on quote retweets the balls. Hey man, I live life dangerously. I've yet to learn. I've accidentally scrolled onto some shit on YouTube before. Not in quote retweets, just in my tweets, because I follow a lot of people that quote some sus shit. And yeah, I've definitely, nobody's gotten me in trouble yet. I'm just hoping nobody snitches. But there's just a bunch of shit on here, right? A lot of it was like calling her a fucking groomer as well. I don't know how you get there. Manages to get bonked for 30 minutes of streaming. He's got no free. Yeah, that is true. I get demonetized regardless. I don't think I've had a monetized YouTube stream in a while. It's just when you're talking for like 3 hours about drama, you're gonna say like you're gonna call someone a fucking moron, and YouTube's gonna pick up on that and be like, that's harassment, and then you get demonetized. So I don't really care. Also, the AdSense you get for fucking live streams is like nothing. I get like 50 cents per stream from AdSense. I don't care. You stopped monetizing streaming ages ago. It's probably for the best, so you don't even really have to worry about it. Like, you get fuck all money anyway from AdSense. So, there was this. Again, I don't know how you go from someone wanting to donate to a transgender charity to calling her a groomer. But again, it's Twitter, and we're not allowed to have nice things. So the moment anyone does anything, everyone has to get angry at them. As is the way of the world. It sucks. I hate that that's the way that the internet is, but it'd be like that. So you get a bunch of morons and quote retweets talking shit about him. Transphobes think that trans kids don't exist, and any kid that comes out as trans is being groomed, so anyone who supports that is a groomer. It's such a wild claim. It's such like a weird way to out yourself as well. Like, so we have like two conflicting sides here, right? We have Froot, who's getting hated on for donating to a transgender charity. Now, granted, it's not like the prevailing consensus. Most people seem to think it's a pretty solid thing she's doing. It's just a bunch of morons. And then we have Silver, who's getting harassed for playing a game that's, people are saying has some like anti-trans elements and was created by a TERF, right? So you have two people in the same agency basically getting hated by opposite sides of the fucking spectrum. And so people are like hitting up Froot, be like, and what do you think about Silvervale? What do you think about what she's done? And then you get people hitting up Silvervale being like, and then what about what Froot's doing? And then it's just like, homie, chill. Yeah, from what I hear, there's a bunch of transphobia in the UK. Brent, fucking... There was some shit in Scotland. I've kept up with this, but there was a thing in Scotland that was meant to pass through Parliament. It passed through the Scottish... I'm not an expert in Scottish politics, but it passed through the... It passed through the Scottish Parliament, essentially, and got sent up to the UK British Parliament, and then they vetoed it. And it was meant to be like a thing that was meant to help people get... Like, it's a certain type of certificate, right? I don't know how... I know this is like British politics, so maybe some of you aren't familiar with it, and it was like a niche part of British politics, but essentially... Scotland wanted to implement this like change that would allow people to get their certificate to change like their official gender on their like their birth certificate and shit like that easier. Because currently, right now, I think in the UK, like you need to spend 3 years presenting as your gender, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know if you have to roll around with Barbie dolls in order for that to clarify. And like you have to fill out a bunch of forms. You have to be a certain age, and so Scotland wanted to kind of change it so that it was like 6 months and the age limit was lowered, which granted there's some claims to be made at letting someone change their official gender at 16, which I think was the age it was changed to, is strange, but for the most part it was a generally solid thing. And then it went up to Parliament, like the official British Parliament, and the official British Parliament for the first time in like I think like 50 years or some shit vetoed it vetoed the Scottish decision, which pissed a lot of Scottish people off. Because when we were voting for like independence, everyone in England was like, we're equals. And then Scotland tried to make its decision on transgender issues, and Britain was like, no thank you, can't do that. And so, you know, there was I don't know why transphobia is so fucking big in the UK. I don't get it. Like, I hate, it's just, it makes me so mad. It would all be so easy if people would just shut the fuck up and minded their own business. God. Presenting your gender in order to be a valid trans person is such a nebulous and transphobic concept. I know, right? But I think, I don't know what it was. I think it was mainly for children so that there was like some buffer period. Again, I'm not an expert on gender politics or Scottish politics. It was just something I've read about. It's just... If people would just shut the fuck up and stop giving a shit about the genitals of other people, we'd have such an easier time dealing with life. Can't relate, I'm American and we do everything perfect. Yeah, America, the least transphobic country in the world. To be fair, I think transphobia is one of the things I don't think any fucking country really has a claim to being the worst. Everyone's equally shit. It's one of those issues where just every country is just the fucking worst. It's so annoying. But anyway, the I think basically the drama is Froot did this, got hated for apparently donating to the wrong charity. Silver got hated for playing a wizard game. Everyone's talking about the two of them and saying, you know, they should hate each other. It's so fucking dumb, man. To be fair, in Australia, we don't... I can't remember the last time we really had like a transgender debate or issue in Australia. I imagine we're still pretty bad, but I don't know. Australia in general isn't like as very heavily political as like other places. I don't actually even know who's in Parliament right now. We don't have Parliament. What do we have? I don't fucking know. Like, I actually don't know. I don't know who our Prime Minister is. I don't know what like parties in power at the moment. I quite frankly don't give a shit. It's such an issue because of the negative surgical side effects come with undergoing these operations. Well, but the thing is, children aren't undergoing the operations. They're taking puberty blockers at worst, which have yet to be shown to have any real negative side effect, you know? It's not ScoMo. Is it Albanese? Fuck, I don't know. Who gives a shit? It is also, yeah, vshojo antis, bro. There are so many vshojo antis out there. It is nuts. Every time I make a anytime I make a short about them or a video about them, I get like 20 comments just shitting on vshojo, and it's like, homie, chill. I didn't ask. Why do people not like vshojo? I don't know. Because Nux drama a while back, and then they drag up shit that's really none of anyone's business. But yeah, people. There's this again. Okay, I'm gonna go into just a little bit of detail about what I just said, just so people don't take me out of context. It is important to realize: 1, puberty blockers not shown to have any real negative long-term side effects. 2, suicide rates among trans kids are through the fucking roof. If you don't consider suicide to be a very worrying symptom, you need to get your fucking brain checked. If taking a puberty blocker stops a kid killing themselves, I'm all for it. And kind of denying them and shutting down legalization of it and trying to, like, you know, campaign against it with this fear-mongering doesn't help the kids that are feeling suicidal. It's just it's ugh. Met kids start HRT and top surgery as young as 13. No, you need a license. Look, if there are kids starting it that early, that is a personal doctor issue. Every person who takes puberty blockers or goes on transgender reaffirming surgery has to get approved by multiple medical professionals, right? If the system fails and someone too young slips through the cracks, that is obviously a problem. However, it doesn't mean that we need to fearmonger and act like every fucking kid that's transgender is getting their tits chopped off, right? There's just this fucking underlying... It's the reason so many people that aren't transphobic end up voting for anti-trans policies is because there's this fucking undercurrent of like fear-mongering and like this claim that all the kids are going to start getting surgery at 13 years old, and it's just not going to happen. It's not in the policy. If you want to go on puberty blockers, you need official... I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying I've seen it. Yeah, and it shouldn't happen. You shouldn't be able to get surgery at 13. You can't fucking get a tattoo at 13, right? But I don't know. I fucking hate this issue. Not because I hate... It's not that I hate the people behind, like, trans people, obviously. It's that I hate that it's still a fucking issue. Sorry, rant over. I know. I'm sorry. I tend to go on passionate rants a lot about shit, and there's probably people a lot more educated than me that you should be listening to, but fuck, I'm the moon boy on the screen, so I guess it's my obligation to try and explain myself before people take it out of context. Yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Do you want to shit on Wactor? That's something we can all come together and hate on equally. You want to do that? Isn't that fun? We just have another time just fucking dunking on Wactor. How about that? Come on, guys. Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Get your prayer beads out. We're dunking on an agency today. Let me change the timestamp really quick. So if you don't know who Wactor is, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I talked about them, so if you need caught up, there's a full like blown investigation. Well, investigation. We looked at some Twitter threads. Let's not oversell ourselves. You can go get the full context there. However, to kind of catch you back up to speed, Wactor is essentially a VTuber agency that recruited a bunch of people, as agencies do. And from what we've heard, they had a bunch of people graduate, like a bunch of people. It was like 50+% of their people had graduated. And from what we heard of... Yo, Alex, thank you for the super chat.
Oh, are we actually going to talk about
Alex, man,
news?
Why are you always such a pain in the dick? One day I'm just going to throw you out of the moon. Throw you off my fucking home. So, the Wactor essentially, they had a bunch of issues. A bunch of people graduated. They doxed one of their talents when they like tweeted about like legal issues they were having. There was a person who applied, got kind of accepted into the interview stage, saw the contract and immediately noped out, and then leaked essentially the contract terms to the public, and we all saw kind of how shit they were. There's like a whole like $50,000 fine for breaking rules. You can't become a VTuber for like a year after your contract expires. You just a bunch of shit. Again, the full context is back there. However, we've had some developments, and we're going to end up going over it all anyway, because one of the things someone DM'd me actually. It was Mikan. Thank you, Mikan, for the DM. It's so easy when people DM me shit, because then I can just go and find it. I don't have to like look for it. I don't have to do my job. I can just, you know, I can just click on it, and here it is. So this is oh god, I'm gonna mispronounce it. I want to say Eleanor, but is it Eleanor? Eleanor. She's a previous, yeah. Basically, they're a Japanese black company, which if you don't know what it means, it's like, it's a term in Japan used to describe a company that I think like just, let me look up the definition before I put foot in mouth. I think it's just they overwork their workers, they kind of skirt the law. But let me look up the actual definition, the actual official Wikipedia article. It's a Japanese term for an exploitative sweatshop type employment system. There you go. Is it Eileen? Okay, thank you. So we have basically a full exposure here, and then we have some more down here. There was a bunch of tweets, and thankfully they're all kind of in one thread, so we can just go through this. So this is from, again, Eileen, who was previously, let me see, make sure I get the name right. Yeah, she was Lila, wasn't she? She's the one they doxed, essentially. Which is never a good look for a company, to dox one of their agencies, you know. But understandable, considering I think there's like 2 people working for them, and they're both like shitheads, but whatever. I'd like to inform you regarding the progress of the conflict between my former agency and I in this document. Please read the details below. So here's the summary. Wactor, a VTuber agency that was affiliated with, here and after referred to as former agency. I wonder why they do that. I don't know. Is there any legal people in the audience that can explain? Like, every time you see this, right, they will like refer to it as like Wactor, and then they'll say here and after refer to it as former agency. Wactor is less letters. Is there like a legal reason for that, so that you don't have to say co-limited or whatever it is? To not leave room for interpretation, I guess. Fucking legal.
I appreciate the fact that they release these in groups to cause Wactor as many problems as possible.
Yeah, that is true.
Nice touch.
Through all of it at once. Clarity, I guess, I don't know why you wouldn't just say Wactor, but again, minor issues, whatever. Report on the damage claim, and this is basically what they posted on Twitter. It was a legal thing because apparently she broke like contractual agreements on several official social media accounts which had her name on them. Apart from revealing my real name and surname to the public, which was such an unnecessary act, the messages given on the mentioned document also contain contents that violated my privacy and severely damaged my reputation by being unilateral. Which, I don't is that the word? Because I think, doesn't unilateral just mean, like, on all levels? Performed by or affecting only one person, group, or country involved in a situation without the agreement of the of another or the others. So yeah, affecting. Oh wait, so basically by being one-sided. I think is what that sentence means, because they only gave their side of the story. So by being one-sided, unilateral, they damaged her reputation because she couldn't argue her side, because they essentially just blacklisted her from her own social media accounts. Yeah, so as of February 15, 2023, I'd like to inform that I still have not received any kind of contact from my former agency or the lawyer regarding the lawsuit, which, yeah, there was a whole lawsuit thing apparently happening, which I couldn't see going through anyway. I doubt they have the means to do it, but... So I have the hiccups now. I'm surprised Wactor hasn't been driven to the ground with all the crap. Oh, they will be. Don't worry. It's a slow death, but it's happening. Made several attempts to compromise with an intention to resolve the conflict, though we still have not received any contact back in any form from my former agency. Once again, I assure you that we have tried our best to negotiate, but the other party still refused to do so. For this reason, I would like to inform you that the fact my former agencies claimed they were initiating a lawsuit against me was just a legal threat. It did not appear that there was any action made according to that. As months have passed but there's no sign of progress, I see that the situation would be a difficult task to improve, but only by negotiation. Therefore, I decided to report the current status of fans and all persons concerned once again. Finally, I would like to strongly confirm once again that the affiliation contract between my former agency and I has ended. From now on, I will continue my entertainment activities under the name IdolEN, as usual. I would be more than happy if you kindly support me as you have always been. I will do my best. Please cheer for me. So, Wactor's is dying. I think I heard, didn't Maid Chan resign, which was like the only person in charge? There was this one, but then there was so yeah, a lot of these have like English translations. Some of them don't, but there's a account that does the English translations. I don't know if it's a quote. It might be a quote retweet. Oh god, there's 85 quote retweets. Fuck. Hang on. Unless there's a Spanish person who wants to give me some real-time translations, which might take a little while. Let me see if I can find this. Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Here we go. You gotta love translation accounts. God, you're great. Where is it? Come on. Give me my translation. Oh, this is dangerous. Hang on. This is dangerous. This is risky. This is risky. Hang on. Let me find this myself. Let's ignore the bunny girl art, chat. Don't make me bonk you. You didn't see shit. I can't even like fight Susan about it anymore because Susan's fucking dead. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, look, it's fine. We're hiding. Don't worry about it. I got this. I'm a professional streamer. I would never expose myself live on stream and potentially get myself banned off YouTube. Couldn't be me, bro. Couldn't be me. I cannot find this fucking translation. Holy shit. Holy shit. Why can I not find this translation? If someone finds it, please do DM me. It will make this go a lot quicker. What date was this on? It's February 15th. Alright, here we go, chat. We're zooming. Do you have an opinion about the new YouTube CEO? I've heard he's a crypto bro, which doesn't give me great hope. Oh, here we go. Found it. I found it, chat. I'm pleased to report the following information about Misora Hina, a member of the second generation of Wactor Corporation, of which I was in charge. I'd like to take this opportunity to inform you about the character I played, Misora Hina. So this is Hina's basically her isekai form reporting on what happened. As of February 9, 2023, I've terminated my membership contract with Wactor Co. As a relationship of trust necessary for proper conduct of business has been lost. I can apologize for any concern I may have caused you. From now on, I will continue working as Maker at my own pace to advance my dreams and goals. I will be very grateful if you decide to support me. Her soul farm. But there's a bunch of these, right? There's quite a few, like, well, 4. People basically just I imagine they must have they came together to do this all at once, right? Because it all happened on the same day, and it's all in a very similar like form. Was it all at the same time? Yeah, 9 p.m. February 15th, 9 p.m. February 15th, 9 p.m. Yeah, they are 4. They all released at the exact same time. They coordinated this shit. This was a planned assault. Which is how you do it, right? If you have a bunch of people who got fucked over by the same company, you all come together and you fuck them back. That's, yeah, I think it's fairly safe to say, considering they posted all the tweets at the same time on the same day. This one I don't think has an English translation, unfortunately. God, I wish I wasn't a monolingual I can't say the word anymore. Oh god, I don't know why I've been saying that recently. I think it's because because of the controversy surrounding it, my brain is like defaulted back to using it. Because I used to use it when I was younger and I was a moron, and I think it's kind of slipping back, unfortunately. I have to keep on top of that. I'm gonna get fucking cancelled. The gamer word, I know. I know the game. It's because I used to say it. It's unfortunate, but I used to say it a lot. So it's kind of back when I was like 16 and played Call of Duty a lot. I was that guy. Just say it. I don't want to say it though, because if I start saying it, it will slip more and more into my vocabulary, and I'll start saying it as much as I say like fuck. And it's the Reddit influence. Yeah, it's because I went on Reddit. But there we go. Thanks for the concern of the audience to anyone related. Due to the recent inquiries from various people, I'd like to explain once again that Wactor and me have been in a lawsuit since last year due to the relationship between Kurari Rose, the character I am responsible for. Allow me to report on what's currently available. Isn't it more of a fortune thing? It might be because I've been on VT a bit too much recently. That could be a driving factor. I sent a notice of termination to Wactor on March 2nd, 2022. After that, Wactor and I contacted each other through respective attorneys, and unfortunately no agreement was reached. On June 1st of the same year, a lawsuit was filed by Wactor. This is interesting, because one person didn't get a lawsuit, the lawsuit never went anywhere, and one person did get sued, it seems. Anytime I catch myself about to say it, I correct a reject. Reptile, I should say instead. Anytime I call someone a reptile, you know what I'm actually saying. On June 1st of the same year, a lawsuit filed by Wactor is still ongoing. From the beginning of the trial until now, I've maintained that I did not do anything in violation of the treaty. Moreover, I'm convinced that my time as Kurari Rose did not violate any rules and that the law can prove its innocence. Meanwhile, regarding this case, I have entrusted the lawyer in charge because the judicial department has not made a specific judgment, so the content of the lawsuit and other details cannot be explained here for now. Allow me to report back to you after the judiciary has made a clear judgment. And then thank you all to the fans again, which basically seems to be the trend, right? It seems like, let me see if I can get a thing. So it seems like the general consensus is Wactor is suing some of the previous members, but not all of them. Some lawsuits haven't developed anywhere. Some are actually going to like actual legal representation and shit. Because there was like a contract they had to sign that threatened like $50,000 in damages if they broke the contract, and the contracts were shit. Again, if you're not caught up on the situation, a brief rundown I gave. Basically, Wactor had a very predatory contract that didn't offer their talents any actual support. One is getting sued, one got a legal threat with no lawsuit, the other two quit. Yeah. So basically, from what I understand, the contract was very predatory and basically prohibited like any VTuber activities outside the agency, any VTuber agencies for like a year within, like, as long as the contract was valid. They took like a 50% cut of the pay. They didn't provide any like models or actual support to their talents. They kind of just left them high and dry. And so now they're kind of in shit. And then there was whole accusations of like impersonating talents that disappeared. And then I think Maid Chan, I think she retired, which I think was actually confirmed to be like the CEO in disguise, because everyone else fucking quit. Which, yeah, that's another thing, is that like basically there was no one really working for the company. It wasn't really a company. It was like one or two, like there's a few employees in Japan who took all the amount of money and just didn't give shit back, except to one VTuber that got basically all the support. And then there was accusations flying around that she was sleeping with the CEO. It was a whole fucking Game of Thrones episode. Again, if you go back to, I think it was a couple of weeks back short, either what you can watch that, or I'd actually recommend False has a video on it that covers it a lot more comprehensively than I did. So I'd recommend, you know, going and watching that if you're interested. But it was wild. It was quite the time. I don't know why I went Irish. I went a wee bit Irish. I went a bit west from my homeland. Nope, now I'm back. I returned. That was a fun little trip. So that seems to be. I'm glad that everyone seems to be getting it. How many people are still working in Wactor? Like, how many VTubers do they still have? Because pretty much everyone either quit or graduated or got fired or broke their contract or any shit like that. Like, how many do they still have? The boys are still active. It looks like Miyu's still active, Leah's still active, Luna I think is still active. It looks like the entire 4th generation is still active. Which makes sense, because if they're yearly contracts, then they debuted in 2022, so they're probably still not up yet. The guys are still active. Neon, I think Neon's still missing in action. I don't think anyone knows where the fuck Neon went. There's actually a surprising amount of talents in Wactor. But like, yeah. I don't think it's looking good for them. I imagine the agency is probably going down pretty soon. Whether due to legal fees or whatever. Falter, thank you for the super chat.
More good news from today actually. Neon's soul form was found early today.
Oh, was she actually? Did she tweet out, or was she just discovered like in a dumpster somewhere? She like rescued from an orphanage. It's a bank pool to see how many of them edit with face connect. Well, then you go from dealing with this shit to dealing with Pippa. I'm not entirely sure which one I'd prefer, honestly. Would you rather deal with a corrupt, capitalist, black, Japanese black company comparable to a sweatshop, or would you rather deal with Pippa on a daily basis? That is not a trivial question to answer. That is, you'd have to put some thought into it. Why are you not seeing the green super chats here? I don't. You should be seeing the green super chats. They're showing up for me. They should be showing up on the chat as well. I haven't really been looking, but they should. Pippa, I can mute her. I can fix her chat. I can fix her. I can make her better. I'm a big fan. I like this music. It's kind of a vibe. You picked Pippa? Oh, okay. You're just a bunch of simps, aren't you? Many tried and gave up. I can fix her, chat. I can do it. Pippa, I can make her worse. That's the real Sigma grind set, right? You see a girl that's just a hot mess, and you, rather than being like, I can fix her, you'd be like, I can fuck her up. I can make her infinitely worse. She's at like a 7 out of 10 on the crazy scale. I can make her a 10. I can do it. What's next? I can break her. I can corrupt her. I've read that Dojin. Someone's gonna snitch. Look, I had to deal with Lopi last stream. Pippa doesn't scare me. Okay. What other shitty news do we have? And then we can deal with the good news afterwards and have a bit of fun. I think the only bad news currently that I still have is the yeah, I know there's the idol stuff, but we'll cover the shit stuff first, and then we can jump to the new idol member. Would I fucking come back to it? I don't know. Rabbit shit again. The Gura Daki is the only issue that I can still raise. And okay, I've made the mistake before of getting into the lolly debate, and it made me uncomfortable, and I didn't enjoy myself, and people in chat didn't enjoy themselves, and it's just all around a terrible thing to talk about. So rather than doing that, what I will say is Gura got a Daki, and I don't think I can show you it. I think I'll get banned because it's a Daki. It's not actually that lewd. It's not that bad, but there was a whole issue of she does look like she's like I was looking up to see if Rev made a video on it, because I imagined he'd be on this shit like fucking flies on cake, but apparently not. She does look quite young. It's pretty cute, but it is a bit strange. And so people were kind of like, cover, you good, bro? But instead, I guess we can talk about, we can just talk about the fact that Gura hit 4 million subs. I think she's one of the most subbed. Is she the most subbed VTuber out there? Like, who is the most subbed VTuber? Is it Gura? Wait, did Rev make a video on it? Is it part of his most recent video? I don't know. Fuck it, who cares? Most subs starting from 0. Oh yeah, I mean, but yeah, she's the most subs starting from 0, not counting people who transitioned into being an anime person. Yeah, I know Cookie Swirl, but there's a whole thing of like they technically didn't start as a VTuber, which it doesn't invalidate them, but like most of their audience came from before they were a VTuber, so it's like, yeah, they have 20 million subs. Holy fuck. Holy shit, that's a lot of subscribers. That's like more than Ludwig. Yeah, because then you could also technically count like Jaden animations and shit. That's more than like... Wait, how the fuck? I didn't realize it was that many. I knew she had a lot. That's more than Critical. How in the... How... Who was she? I knew she was I knew she was like the biggest VTuber. I'd heard people, I think I heard people talking about her like switching on.
I have created over 1,000 plays.
Gura had it on her
Kami
live stream.
Yoshi?
What's so special about you that makes you think you'll get banned? Just say you're against it.
Alex,
Don't
I'm
be
about
wishy-washy.
to ban you in a second. I'm not against it. It is a bit strange if you owned one, but that's about the only thing. What did she do? Was she like a League streamer or something? Oh, she's a kids channel. Is she? Wait, what's her most popular video? So I'm doing some sleuthing. Oh yeah, she is a yeah. Yeah, that'd explain it. Yep. God, kids channels are fucking insane, man. Bro, have you seen that shit? Have you seen the numbers kids channels get? It's fucking wild. It's wild. I've seen some shit, man. I've seen some shit. Yeah, kids on my internet. Unacceptable. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I've seen some videos, man, that like you look at the thumbnail, you look at the title, you're like, why would anyone click on this? And then you look at it and it's got like 100 million views or some shit like that. And it's like, I mean, look at Baby Shark. How many views? I can't even play a nanosecond of Baby Shark, or I will get fucked in the ass. But how many views does Baby Shark have at this point? 12. Baby Shark has 12 billion views. 12 billion. Like B with a B. Billion. Like, bruh. Yeah, I know it tracks. I know that it got a lot of views, but like, just like, think about it. Yeah, Gangnam Style. I mean, Gangnam Style used to be the most viewed. Do you guys remember Gangnam Style? Back in like 2012. It's 4.7 billion. So yeah. Wow. More views than the population of the Earth. Getting hungry. I haven't had dinner in like 3 days. I've got dinner in the fridge that I've been meaning to reheat for like 3 days now. But then every time I go through, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just have a bowl of Cocoa Pops. So I'm running on Cocoa Pops and Monster Energy drink at the moment. So we'll see how long that lasts before I fucking collapse. But yeah, YouTube Kids and Kids channels just do numbers. Because yeah, it's just kids sitting in front of an iPad watching on repeat. It's nuts. I would honestly love a donut. If you could send a donut to me right now, I would love you forever. I fucking love donuts. I haven't had a donut in ages. Do I have any chocolate in my mini fridge? No. I have a box of Pop-Tarts. Fuck it. Let's tear into these bad boys. I've just... Hey Lopi, how you going? How was your day? You were streaming with Rin, right? I wasn't being mean to you. I wasn't saying anything bad to you. I was being very wholesome. I was being out. Why do you have to join just as I was about to tear open a box of Pop-Tarts? I was about to start. Why do you have to join right as I was exposing myself for eating raw Pop-Tarts because I can't be bothered cooking dinner? You could have picked a better time to join. She smelled the Pop-Tarts. That is true. She does live in my walls. It's valid. How was your time? I did see you and Rin's recommendation pop up on my feed, and I thought that was definitely an interesting streaming experience. The two of you. What are you playing? Human Fall Flat?
I have created over
Falter, please do not expose me.
Lopi, he called you a caffeine-addled gremlin.
I did not. I might have. I might have at some point called you a caffeinated meme gremlin. You are a caffeinated meme gremlin. That's not on me. That is just a fact. It's a factual statement. Yeah, stop spreading lies about me, Salty. Stop spreading rumors and misinformation. You came just as we finished all the bad news. That's great. Now we can just talk about good things. You also came as I was eating Pop-Tarts. You're not taller than me. Were you spreading misinformation about me? Were you telling chat, Lopi viewers? She might have told you that she's taller than me or that she's bigger than me. She's lying. Don't believe her. Listen to me. Look at it. Okay, hang on. Look. Just hang on. I need to go back to hang on. I'm eating a Pop-Tart. Right. Right. I need you to look into my eyes, right? She's not taller than me. She's lying. She's a liar and a fraud and a hypocrite. The years of Red Bull have stunted her growth. She's not taller than me. Why? Okay, hang on. So, right. When Lopi's in my chat turns against me. But when Lopi's chat is in my chat, her chat backs her up. What is this? I'm going to angrily eat my Pop-Tart. Huh? Oh. This is a blasphemy. I'm eating my Pop-Tart angrily. I'm angrily biting. Jim is our hero. Is Jim taller than me? Probably. I'm in the cult of Jim. I just want you to know that. I'm in the Discord cult. I've been in there for I've been in there since it started. So, how tall am I IRL? I'm like 183 centimeters, 182, something like that. Chocolate Pop-Tart. What other kinds of Pop-Tart are there? We support Lopi here. What? Why do I never catch a break, man? Anytime a VTuber dunks on me, my chat's like, haha, get dunked on Penumbral. Anytime I dunk a VTuber, the chat's like, hey, don't be mean to my Oshi. Where's my fucking... Where are my simps? Where... Hello? The first time ever on a stream with it slow mode? I normally don't need it. I can just ban people when I want them to shut the hell up. You joined just in time to get Pop-Tart eating ASMR. What were we talking about? Where were we in the news? No, it wasn't about Lopi being taller than me. Shut up. Papa Lopi? Punka Pop-Tart. Papa Lopi. No, that sounds too much like Papa Lopi. I don't want to call Lopi daddy. Never in my life. Not even under threat of death.
I forgot CM was a think for a hot second and you said 1 and I thought you was about to say 1 foot. Anyway, I still support you, Tiny Pen.
No, I am 1 meters. Metric, the superior measurement system. Why is my head bigger than my body? Because I have so many fucking brain cells. I'm so smart. It's my intelligence. You'll be my simp? Thank you. I'm glad, if nothing else, I'm glad I can steal some of Lopi's fan base.
You asked
for
where
myself.
your simps were. Look no further.
Yo, Alvis. My first simp. This is a momentous occasion. Let's toast. I have a half-empty can of Pepsi Max, an empty can of Mountain Dew. I have a half-eaten chocolate Pop-Tart. What would you like to toast with? Okay, look, it's mostly hot air, but I like to kid myself and pretend it's brain cells. Huh. I'm just munching right down the microphone. I'm so sorry. I was really hungry, and I wasn't expected to get raided right as I had a snack. I hope you had fun in Lopi's stream. I am kind of sad when I'm streaming when like Lopi or someone else is streaming, because I'm like, man, I wish I could be there, but I can't. Yeah, you bust open a snack. If any of you have Pop-Tarts you want to eat, or snacks you want to munch on, and you want to like chill with me while you eat, feel free. Are you the only one with lag? Is anyone else lagging? Can you help my man out? I already answered how tall I am. I'm 183 centimeters, and it's like 6 feet flat, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Okay. I finished my Pop-Tart. Let me get my eyes back. Okay. Hoodie or no hoodie, chat? What do we want? You want hoodie? Or no hoodie? I could just constantly fluff my hair up. 6 of whose feet? My feet. I'm 6 of my own feet stacked in a trench coat. Hoodie? Whatever. Hoodie? Hoodie. News. Make a poll? No, because you'll find a way to fuck me over even if I don't give you an option to do so. My hair is pretty. It's pretty bouncy. I think we're almost finished with the news. What did we have left? Oh, we had the Myth Off collab. I like my hair. Maybe he's worth it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I did sit here when I debuted, just kind of like bouncing my hair around for like a solid 5 minutes. I am a child with a toy. Yeah, American height. Yeah, okay. Height debate: 6 feet in American units, 183 in actual like real good units. You know. For subscribing, being here less than 10 minutes of being a good time. I'm glad. I'm not used to actually having to entertain people. I don't know how Lopi does it, honestly. Like, Lopi starts her stream, and from like start to end, she's like, let's fucking go! Energy, excitement, entertainment. My streams are like half dead for 90% of the time. I'm just chilling here, like, munching on a Pop-Tart, talking to chat. Like, I don't know how she does it. It's actually kind of fucking impressive. Like, I think she's away to sleep or whatever. Oh no, she's still here. Okay, why do you have to still be here when I'm complimenting you? I thought you left. I would never have complimented you if I knew you were still hanging around. You only stream for like an hour. Yeah, but even when I only stream for like an hour, I'm still like half deceased. I need to get myself some of that energy juice, honestly. Don't fucking nerd emoji in my chat. Anyone who nerd emojis in my chat gets a look of disapproval. And where's my... scum. Yeah, I need some of that caffeine, that sweet caffeinated beverage. It's a disguise emoji. Oh, I thought that was just a nerd emoji with a mustache. It's not a nerd, you're just in disguise. That is true. You can never disguise as a nerd. That's how you normally are. You disguising as a nerd would be the same as you disguising as a gremlin. It wouldn't really do anything. You need to disguise as like a mature, like, sensible person. That would be, bro, you could be a secret agent. It's like the worst kind of superhero. You'd be Gremlin Man. By day, be like Popeye, but with Red Bull. By day, you're like a normal person and you chug some Red Bull, you turn into Punkalope. You're not going to save the day, you're just probably just going to vandalize some shit. Where were we? Popeye Lope. I haven't seen the Fishy's new outfit. Should we look up the Fishy's new outfit? I didn't see it. Finornor. She solved her booba identity crisis. Well, I'm glad for her. I'm happy she's solved that. It's been a long time coming. You like emojis? Apparently so. The new outfish is great. Let me just... What emote do we want to spam? I have the simp emote. It's just sad that it's too small on YouTube to show up. That sign says simp, by the way. Just so you guys know what I'm calling you. Anna crying in a corner. All of Anna's like fellow like small people have left her. I'm gonna get a new Anna outfit. She's just gonna be fucking concave. You can call me Penumbral if you want. People call me whatever the hell they want. Some people call me Penumbral, some people call me Penumbra, some people call me Pen, I get Penu, I get Pinu, I get P-nubs from False. Most people just call me a moron, which is also fair. Pen, I don't think I've ever been called Pen, but sure. You can call me Peen if you want. If that tickles your fancy, go for it. Call me Jeff if you want. Although, it's a bit close to Jim. I wouldn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Reminder, to be an Etheria is to be in pain.
That is true. Whoa. She's dripped. She's got the drip. Bro, I don't know what... Okay, someone... Is there any, like, fashionista people in chat? Are there any, like, fashion people? Fashion boys, whatever you call them. What is this, like, style? Yo, Paradox, thank you for the super chat.
Cute for the cute boy.
Okay, thank you. I'm not cute, though. I'm fearsome. I'm terrifying. Look at me. Wait, I went back. No, oh, because I hit one. This is a fatal flaw in my... I didn't know. My hotkey... the hotkeys for my toggles are numbers. So I guess when I'm watching a YouTube video, I'm just going to randomly start skipping through it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So I just have to remember not to toggle things when I'm watching VTuber debuts. That is certainly a Tommy. Jacket is more techwear specifically. It kind of looks like the Noctix outfits. Was it done by the same person? Do you think? She has teeth. Hang on. I feel like linger. She has cured the identity crisis. Oh, Anna. Oh, Anna's gonna be so sad. Oh, this is a tragedy. It's called Clothes. Thank you for your help. Why is there just a car outside my window? Hello? Wait, is she in like business outwear or something? Are you guys talking about actual teeth or like the zippers or what?
Give me a second, alright? We're gonna do a little scene change.
Oh. Oh no.
We're gonna make a stop somewhere.
I'm eating my other Pop-Tart. They come in packs of 2. I forgot this.
Alright, give me a moment. Oh god,
This is Finornor.
Give you guys a shock. Alright.
Are we inside her mouth? Yo, Alex.
I'm gonna go listen to music. You can ban me, I guess.
I'll leave that for another day. It'll be a special occasion.
Whoa.
They're so dry. How do you eat them? I put them in my mouth and I bite. And I have these things called teeth in my mouth. You see, huh? You see? You see my teeth? Oh, wait. Okay, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100% with you. God, I'm such a fucking moron. I I forgot. I forgot that I changed scene. You guys have just been sat watching me fucking munch on a Pop-Tart.
Steel is my body, and fire is my blood.
Coward.
Thank you for the... I'm so sorry. I was trying to show you guys the debut. I was just sat here munching on a Pop-Tart. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see the...
A dentist, doesn't it?
I'm gonna ask when you're here. Yeah, sorry. This is a terrible first impression. You guys are gonna think I'm an idiot. I am one, but normally it takes a while for people to realize. I'm so sorry.
Wait a minute. Hello?
Do better. I will try. I'm very sorry. I apologize. I would cry, but then we'll get away from the Finana Tommy, and nobody wants that.
Oh, you want me to show it?
I'm so sorry, chat.
Okay.
I didn't mean it.
Give me one moment.
It was a mistake. You forgive me?
What do I gotta say? I have to say, ah? Okay, here we go.
Oh. Thank you, Lisa. Look, can we just swap out all the people that used to be in my chat with the people that came at Lisa who are nice to me? That'd be great. Can we just perform a quick hot swap? That'd be great. Thank you.
Are you guys ready to see
She
the
does
rest?
have teeth. She has teeth.
I'm so happy.
She does have teeth.
Super happy.
You wouldn't miss us? God, no. God, no.
Hey everyone, and let me guys show you guys the overall here. Sorry, dentist office. I'm gonna show a little bit more of my outfit here. But this is what. it
Better write a
looks
twit
like.
longer apology. You don't need twit longer anymore. YouTube Blue lets you write your apologies in just one tweet.
Happy with my outfit. It feels super casual and just. I feel like
Good
this
old
outfit
Finornor.
just describes me, my personality a little bit more. So I really, really love it, and I'm super satisfied with.
YouTube? Did I say YouTube Blue? You know what I meant Twitter, but shut the fuck up, chat. It's always the... This is what I'm talking about. Can you not embarrass me in front of the new people, please? They still think I'm an intelligent, handsome little boy. They don't know that there's like 3 brain cells behind these eyes and they're all focused on the fish tits right now, okay? You don't... Like, can we just have... like 2, maybe 3 more minutes of them thinking I'm intelligent before I out myself. Thank you. 3 brain cells. Motherfucker must be the hoodie. They said fish tits. Look, it's only because someone else in chat said fish tits earlier. Look, it's not my fault. What else were we going to talk about today? There was the Myth Off collab, but I don't know. This man is a physics major. Yeah, look, I'm doing my master's, which I think is worse. I'm doing cancer research, so I can reassure you that cancer's not getting cured anytime soon with me on the case. Oh yeah, the new Idol, the new Idol member debuted. I remember that. I can't say her name because it's like I tried to say it like 3 or 4 times in this short, and yeah, I like lo-fi Zelda music. This is all my music, by the way, if anyone's curious, is from Game Chops. This is Zelda and piano. So if you're curious about what music I use, there you go. Yeah, what is it? RiroRon. I tried to say that in the short, and my tongue got like it tied up. But I can show you the debut really quick. So yeah, this is the new IdolEN member. She's got pink hair, which means you know she's fucking caffeinated out the ass. What is it with pink hair and like just being completely unhinged? You ever notice that? I've noticed that. Like, if a VTuber has pink hair, they're guaranteed to just be a bit mental. Just a little bit. The most sane one is probably Callie, and that tells you all you really need to know.
To talk about.
That's a cool transition. But yeah, so she's a new IdolEN member, which
maybe
You're
later.
probably familiar with IdolEN, considering a lot of you probably just came from a Rin stream, or a Lopi stream with Rin. So I imagine I don't really have to explain this to you. However, from what I know, she was actually, she daylights as a VTuber, her night job as a YouTuber. I don't think she's an indie. I don't think she actually, from what I know, I checked out her YouTube channel. She was a singer. She produced,
To all the newcomers, Pen is a bit soon.
I'm not a soon.
Don't mind him.
I just genuinely
don't
hate
mention
you.
Pippa or the OG-san arc. Like ever. Regardless, welcome.
Can you guys stop embarrassing me in front of my new friends?
And fire is my blood.
Pink is the color of pure chaos.
That is true. There's something about pink VTubers, man. But yeah, look, ignore the OG-san arc. Don't worry about it. And they were pretty open about it, about like where she was from. They didn't try and like say she was a new like VTuber. They were like, no, this is where she's from. But yeah, her YouTube channel has like, like 460,000 views. Not views, subs. Where is she? Okay, now what's the? Don't call me Penuncle. Who? Ravioli, I'm gonna ban you. It was Curiosity, thank you. Yeah, that was on. I kept thinking it was Oreo. I don't know why. My brain saw OR and was like, Curio. And no. She's a huge audience and want to capitalize on that. Yeah. I wonder what the fucking contract was like on that thing. But from what I understand, she doesn't like stream. Like she didn't stream. She like has like a character and everything, but she didn't like, or at least I don't see any streams. I don't know if she did it elsewhere. So it seems like a good move all around. Idol is doing really, really well for themselves, like massively well. You want to know how to debut, like have an agency debut for like an Ian branch, you look at fucking Idol. They have nailed that shit down to a science. They have that shit on lock. It's wild. I'm happy for them. They're great. Major community tab. Is this gonna get me banned? Yeah, so I don't think she was technically a VTuber before. I think she was just a song person, a musician. We'll get to talks that you can get them to re-debut though. Yeah, they're like phase. I think they only do girls. Unfortunately, I could pass as a girl. I just need to. My voice isn't too deep, so like I think I could probably pass if I tried hard enough. Yeah, kind of like Amelie, where she started as like a singer and then turned into you know, a VTuber. I'm getting tired. It's 6:30 in the morning. This stream has went on for a lot longer than normal. We kind of got caught up in a bunch of shit and eating Pop-Tarts. Monarch is hilarious. What else was there? Oh, the only things left are the Yakuza stuff. The vshojo members getting into the Yakuza games, which is kind of wild. But you just mention that really quickly, and then we can find someone to raid. Oh god, I normally raid into Idol because they're the only ones that allow raiding, but I don't know if anyone from Idol is live right now. Who the fuck am I going to raid? Yeah, there was a Myth Off collab, but there's not much I can say about that. There was just the Myth Off collab. They didn't have, oh, I haven't been timestamping. I haven't timestamped anything in like a hot minute. Whoops, that's unfortunate. But yeah, they had the Off collab, and they only had, I think, one microphone, and it wasn't super good. It was a bit scuffed, but other than that, raid Ami. I'm not raiding what? I'm not raiding Ami. Are you fucking kidding me? I've raided into Kiara once. That was fun. But if you weren't familiar, Nyanos got into the. So from what I know, there's two. Again, I'm not in the. I've never played a Yakuza game. I have them on Steam. I got them on in like a bundle, but I've never played them. But from what I'm familiar, there's a Like a Dragon remaster coming out, and Yana's got in that as a soldier. It's a trooper card. That's one. I've been meaning to play it at some point. I don't really play a lot of games. If I play games, it tends to be on stream. If it's not on stream, I'm wasting my time. I should be working on a video, or doing my job. Unfortunately, I have a job. I fucking hate jobs, man. But so from what I know, I'll show you the actually I don't know if I can show you. I might get copyright struck for it, but fuck it, who cares? Let me just type it in. Let me find it. Nijisanji doesn't allow raids from other people. Yeah, Niji doesn't allow raids. Hololive, for some reason, I'm surprised they do actually allow raids, which is strange. But there was a tweet. Here we go. This is very somber music for the end of a stream. I can probably find a happier song. Ow, my ears. I'm so sorry, chat. I did not mean to deafen you. I apologize. There was a great blunder on my part. Ow, my fucking ears, homie. So, yeah, I'm sorry, look, I didn't plan for that. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I know it was loud. But yeah, so Nyana's got in as like a trooper card. Man, you fucking wink at me. Does that show up in game? Like, does this show up? Like, does she show up? That's kind of funny. And there's like little cat spirits and shit. Essence of Conquering. Again, I don't know anything about the Yakuza games. I got no context for this shit, but I do know they're kind of wild. Gonna have to play to find out. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do it on stream. And then, other than that, Kason, so if you don't know, so there's the Yakuza Like a Dragon, this thing, the Ishin, and then the other one is another name. It's a new game coming out, not a remaster. And Kason is actually auditioning to be included in it as like a hostess, like IRL, like an IRL character. So that's kind of cool. Both like two vshojo members getting into, like, potentially getting into a Yakuza game. There's a bit of drama. Was there drama? I didn't see any drama because of this. I don't imagine there would be any. I can't imagine there would be any drama because of this. It seems pretty chill. I also hope Kason passes, but all the tweets about it are in Japanese, so I can't really keep up to date on it. I'm gonna have to go back and fucking timestamp this after the fact, but whatever. I think that's everything I really wanted to talk about today. Should we raid someone? I can do the crazy eyes. Let me we'll go back to chatting.
Stay with my body.
Oh, it's just standard pink cat hate? Yeah.
The drama is just standard pink cat hate.
Yeah, vshojo hates are wild. What number is crazy eyes? There is no number of crazy eyes. I have to actually try and do crazy eyes IRL. I look kind of dumb, but it's like kind of worth it. Hang on. There we go. No one has ever accused Twitter of being rational. That is true. Oh, yeah. That I said that. I did think that sounded familiar. That was my quote. You can't quote me to me. There's like a law against it, I'm pretty sure. Hey Map, how you going? Right. Can I raid Ophelia? Let me actually bring up the raid page and I'll see what the options are. Yeah, the crazy is just me like actually like I tilt my head a little bit and then I actually like try and kind of hard actually. Requires a lot of finesse. Going for master should probably check that lot. I am skilled. I have a lot of talent. It does make me a little kind of about to commit mass genocide, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck did you say about me, you little shit? You're off now, 6 hours to work. Oh, I feel that, man. Best of luck at work. Don't punch anyone, or if you do, make sure that they don't know it was you. That's your little penumbral tip for today. Take that to, not the grave, Take that to work with you. Let me find a potential raid E. So Tenma's live from FaZe. Ramelia's live. Let me see if I can raid into Ophelia. She has raid. I don't think. No, Ophelia doesn't have raiding enabled. So I can't actually raid Ophelia, unfortunately. As a Loshian, I advise against listening to Pen. I have the best legal knowledge. I've never been arrested, and I've committed numerous potential, if you squint, maybe crimes. That's a lie. The worst crime I've ever committed is shoplifting. I stole a Snickers bar. That's my confession tape. Take me away, coppers. I stole a whole Snickers bar. I'm so sorry. Can we raid Ami? Like, does Ami have raiding enabled? God, the amount of shit I'd probably get on from people from... Hang on. Let me see. She does not have raiding enabled. I cannot raid Ami, unfortunately. God damn it, YouTube. Give me more people to raid. I don't understand why people don't just open raids to everyone. I mean, I get it for a corpo standpoint. Like, I get why hololive wouldn't want them because it's hololive, and you'd get a bunch of people like raiding and just for attention and whatnot. But yeah, for an indie, I imagine it's only a positive. I don't see why you wouldn't. So yeah, is there anyone else you guys can think of? Anyone that you guys follow or you guys would like to recommend? Oh god, I didn't want to open the shots page. I mean, there's Axel, but I imagine he's from Holostars. I imagine he probably also has it disabled. There's Sava from Kawaii. She's playing Morrowind. Trying to get her to don't harass someone to enable raiding. If they don't want to enable it, it's entirely their choice. They don't have to. Ophelia doesn't have it enabled, so I can't raid Ophelia, unfortunately. We raid Sava. She's playing Morrowind. Actually, I didn't even check if she has raiding enabled. I hope she has raiding enabled. Let's see. Why is YouTube not showing me? She doesn't have it enabled. God damn it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry live on stream. No one has raiding enabled. People, enable your damn raids. I'm sad crying. Selene said she had raids enabled. Fuck it, we can try raid Selene if you want. At this point, I want to go to bed. I'm so fucking tired. Selene does have raids enabled. Do you want to raid Selene? We can raid Selene for some fucking reason. Sure, why not?
I laughed through the pain. Okay,
Fuck it, why not?
Let's see. Oh yeah,
I'll catch you guys. So the next stream is Tuesday. We'll be doing a tier list as per usual. I should probably stop crying. And then Twitch streams. I should probably link my Twitch. I haven't done that in a while. There you go. In case anyone wants to follow me on there. Assuming the bot isn't dead. The bot might be dead. RIP bot. F's in chat for the bot. He lived a long and honestly not a great life. But oh no, there he is. He's just a bit slow. I will raid Selene, say hi, be nice, don't make a bad impression. I don't know that any Niji people actually know me, so just be a nice person. And I will see you guys maybe Tuesday for the tier list stream. And if not, if you came from Lopi, thank you for coming over. Thank you for sticking by. Thank you, Lopi, for raiding me. I don't think she's still here, but if she is, thank you for the raid. You're still not taller than me. Cope, Seath, Mold. Goodbye.